Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Our heroes find themselves waking up in the burnt-out inn where they killed some hags. They collect some treasure and make their way deep into the dark woods that contain the ruined castle and joint temple of Tristiel and the Justicar, known as Elantris. They spend a couple of days on the main road, making their way to where there was once a road that led to the ruins. It takes them a while, but they do indeed find the barest remains of that road and follow it deeper into the woods, where they come across a cave and some cliff faces. Surrounding the cave, there are remnants of crumbled statues that look so lifelike, one might think that they were real people that had been turned to stone. And indeed, it turns out that is true, as they coax a gorgon out from the cave. Quothe was smart to set a trap for the gorgon, as it wasn't able to trample the group, and luck was with Reshi and Vilmar, who both resisted the gorgon's petrifying breath attack. The group quickly slaughters the gorgon, discovers an old smuggler's hideout in the cave, and then make their way to Elantris. They arrive outside of the castle after a few days of walking, seeing its crumbling walls and its old rickety drawbridge spanning the gorge of a dried-up river. What will our heroes find in the ruins? Find out now on episode 24 of the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Welcome in, everybody. Episode 24, the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. We're gonna play some D&D tonight. We're gonna mess some people up tonight. First things first, we're gonna go around the table, virtual table here. Introduce everybody. First up, let them know who you're playing tonight. Rachel, now known as Bread and Buttered.
I am playing Reshi, a Dragonborn monk.
Mr. Sangretti.
I'm playing Tail. I'm a kobold wizard, and Pages is my familiar cat.
The Genie Bruh.
It is your boy, Rowan, the half-elf bard.
We've got the Chaddist, Chad.
Quothe K Money LaBeouf, the Goliath Barbarian.
Canon. We just decided that as we were going live, everybody. And rounding out the party, we've got Jobus 25.
Vilmar of the White Raven, a paladin human.
And I am your humble dungeon master, Jeff, of the Foulsham Arts. Welcome in, everybody. As you saw during the recap last week, our party was traveling through a forest to get to a series of ruins that they're going to explore, hopefully learn some more about our new paladin's history and his ancestors and the sword that was created by the first Justicar. As they were traveling through the forest, they killed a gorgon, and when we ended, they were outside of the ruins. That's where we're going to pick up right now. You guys are a little bit away from a bridge that crosses a ravine. It's probably 25, 30 feet deep, kind of sheer cliff faces. And you can see there's like a dried up riverbed below you. But you can see, maybe half a football field away or so, north of where you are, there's a excuse me. There's a bridge. It's old. It looks like the metal chains from like the drawbridge and everything are holding it up just fine. But you can even tell from this distance, like some of the planks seem to have like cracked and fallen away here and there, like leaving like little divots out of the sides of this bridge. And then you can see the big castle. If you saw the picture in the recap video, the castle walls are crumbling. There's crumbling towers and all that good, ruin adventure kind of vibe going on here. The atmosphere at this point is it is getting late in the day. It's probably past mid-afternoon, so the sun's sort of getting low in the sky, but you're not at risk of losing daylight for a couple hours. It is kind of, northern hemisphere right now weather. It is hot. You guys are hitting the end of summer right now, but it's hot. It's dry out, and you guys are approaching these ruins. If there's anything you would like to do specifically while approaching these ruins, let me know. But for right now, just have that sense of growing anticipation as you might when coming across an old, decrepit building such as this one across the gorge from you.
So we're like right at the bridge to cross over, or we?
If you want to approach the bridge, you can. You're a few yards, like a couple dozen yards away. I wanted to give you guys enough, room that you're not like immediately at the bridge if you didn't want to be.
Are we
basically come out of the woods and you just see this big ruined castle.
Okay, so we're like in the tree line and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I find this bridge highly suspicious.
Well, I was gonna say maybe we should I don't know if you guys take 15-20 minutes, observe, see if you see any movement, any noise, anything like that coming from there before we just pop out into the open.
I say we just throw Rowan under the bridge. Have him take a look.
Another troll pops out from under the bridge.
Right.
Thank you for the redeem, Grouch Couch. We get a bardic inspiration for Rowan.
If we're gonna sit for 20 minutes, I would like to take Pages and have Pages kind of walk up to the drawbridge and see what's going on with it. Potentially walk over it, because I don't know how long the drawbridge is.
Fair enough. So Pages heads over to the drawbridge. It is a very large in the the sense of it's meant to hold up, lots and lots of weight, right? Like you could send multiple carts and wagons over this at a time. Like this was the main entrance into this castle. Like it was built and it was built to last. The damage that you could see from far away mostly looks like a mixture of dry rot and battles that have happened here. You can see charred pieces of wood left in the the giant, almost like they just cut down a tree trunk, squared it off, made a bridge out of multiple trees, right? It's very thick and sturdy. Pages, from what they can tell, it looks like it should be safe to cross on foot. You probably could even take a cart across it if you wanted.
So let me get this right. Pages is giving us a scouting report on what he sees.
Well, He's a
Pages
wizard
is telling
familiar.
me what's going on.
Yeah.
None of you guys are getting this information yet. I have not
Yeah.
decided to share it with you.
Pages is a wizard's familiar, so Tail can like see through the cat's senses and stuff. So they're
I get it. I get it.
bond.
I want the DM to kind of meow out the report. That's all.
That's not gonna happen. Even the tabaxi in my world don't meow.
Yet.
Or I mean, if you want to play a tabaxi that meows, that's up to you. I like to voice them like the Khajiit in the Elder Scrolls games, sort of Persian. Anyway, that I digress. The there's like giant metal chains that are holding this up. Looks like the bridge splits in the middle, and is like a drawbridge that would open up, and like half of it would be on the close side, half of it would block the entrance to the castle itself. But again, very thick chains. It looks sturdy. With some battle damage and whatnot on it from, decades and decades of being unused. I mean, this thing, it was the fight that we discussed where the Justicar was killed by Kech along, they were fighting alongside Tristiel, the Silver Lady, and the Orcish god came in and killed the human god, the Justicar. And that looks like most of the damage, but you can see like some newer damage from people like exploring this place in the last couple hundred years. But this place has been abandoned, in air quotes, abandoned, right? Officially abandoned by the clergymen and, the temples and the people that like built and lived in this place for a long time.
Are there any like inscriptions or anything written on any of the walls or any stones with any writing?
Not
Like
that
a
you can
banner?
see, not that you can see from the outside. No. Any
How long is the
banners-
bridge?
The bridge is probably 50 feet across.
Can I walk to the middle of it and take in the view?
Sure. Yeah. So you guys wait a little bit. Everything seems fine. It's calm. Quothe decides to make his way to the middle of the bridge. From the middle of the bridge, you look either side. They used this river, this dried up river gorge, as a moat, but it's not a moat. Like, it doesn't go the whole way around this complex. It's an actual like riverbed, like it was an actual river, but they just built it on one side of the river, right? Because there was a lot of from where Renea Salinar is, where Tristiel is, and all that kind of stuff. It was sort of isolated by a couple of these rivers.
So
yeah,
does-
you can look down 30-ish feet to the bare rocks below. The river is long since dried up. And you can sort of see, if you look into the castle, the main gates are not raised as if you could raise and lower them. They're actually jammed, and they're in a raised position. Like, they're at an angle. It's like half of the thing like fell off of its tracking, and now it's just stuck there. You can see slightly into through the main gate to a very, very small courtyard. It's like maybe 10 feet wide before you see like some it's hard to describe. 10 feet, there's like a road that goes in about 50 feet to a doorway. No, sorry, 40 feet to a doorway. But there are there are two giant pieces, like parts of the building that stick out. You know what I'm saying? There's like a gap between the walls and the castle itself, and then there's like a small hallway before the main doors to the castle. And after that, it's like dark inside. You can't see into the castle very well.
How high is you said it's at an angle, so from like, because Cote's out there in the middle of it, like, is he like right above it. Can he reach to get it, or is it too high for him to reach for it?
For the to the gate?
Well, you said part of the bridge was hanging down, like at an angle.
No, the front, the gate, like the
Oh, the gate.
portcullis. Yeah,
Oh, the
so it's like one of those wrought iron, like you can raise and lower the like a gate in the gatehouse. That's
What
what's off
positions
the
is it
track.
in?
Oh, okay.
It's up, but it's like slightly
Jammed
askew.
part way, or
Yeah.
okay. Can I move into the inner keep and maybe do a little bit more investigation? Try to find a door or some entryway?
You can. We'll actually put you on the map now.
Yay!
So if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you can see sort of the blank area there. That's
Gotcha.
not covered in fog of war. You would be at the bottom of the map entering in.
Okay, so
So you guys. Right now it's just Quothe who's
do that.
officially in there, and you can put yourself on the map. If anybody is
it's
going
not
with him,
working.
you can feel free
Oh,
to
I did it.
put yourselves on the map as well.
Okay, so on this right side, I see like kind of a break in the map. Is that like a murder hole?
Is that like a murder?
Sorry, guys, real quick. That's this map.
Mr. Jobus, you want to get in on fun down here?
No, you guys are crazy. You're just running right in.
There we go.
If I get slapped, you can heal me, brother.
There is a
I'm waiting for you guys to.
there is a
position yourself.
bit of a roof, like a little bit of a walkway over top, if I remember correctly.
Grab my character.
Let me see. Yeah, there's a bit of a roof right above you, but it doesn't look like there's like an official murder hole or anything above you.
Can I peek in this little?
Continue on
Can I
fine
peek
above
in
it.
this section over here? Can I peek in? Get a little peeky poo.
Yeah, see, that's what I was wondering. If they're like murder holes, maybe we can see through them, or if they're
A
just.
little. How's your sister?
I'm going to lift him up,
Make a perception check.
make a sling with my hands so we can get the little genie bro up there.
I perceive that I'm going to roll well here. If I can find, there it is.
You know,
Perception?
not your worst roll.
Yeah,
Well,
not a great one.
it's not terrible. Let me reveal what you would see there. Like that.
Give him one square.
Is probably...
It's gonna be like Home Alone. He's gonna go through the fucking wall and then just step on a board of nails.
a
some
little bit like
Christmas
that. So
ornament.
you can kind of see in, given the shape of the arrow slit here, you can kind of see in just a bare bottom floor to a tower. You can see a wall. Let me grab the pointer. You can see a wall coming in around here. And you can see that there's like, this is like the doorway from the inside into the tower, and it looks like there's like an opening that goes that way. But you can't quite see the whole interior.
Is this a door here at the center? Another portcullis or an actual door?
That's that's an actual door.
Okay,
Wooden,
when Genie.
a wooden iron band.
I'm gonna tell the group that I see a row full of statues.
Okay.
So
Do you go?
Do you
yes, I see a row full of statues.
Or a statue full of rose?
Something
Can
like
I
that.
want to inspect this door before we. Is there any writing on it? You said it's a
Well-
door, right? We're standing in front of.
Yeah. It's a wooden door, like vertical wooden planks with the horizontal iron bands on it, with like studs in it to hold the wood together.
In tandem, while he's inspecting it, I want to take the butt of my scythe and hit the door as hard as I can.
Don't you fucking do that.
Jesus Christ. Jack.
So in that case, Jobus, you can roll investigation with disadvantage.
Also, want to be looking at the door for any
Come on,
inscriptions or
Sherlock
runes
Holmes.
or anything like that.
There is a giant neon sign above it that says murder hole, so we kind of know.
Just go stick your whole
can
fucking
I-
face in there.
I'm gonna like walk over here. I'm gonna grab one of these bricks.
Oh my!
I'm just gonna toss it at the door. I'm just gonna throw it at the door.
I didn't have to roll with disadvantage.
You're gonna hit them in the head.
Does he have to roll to put his glasses on?
I
No.
don't need glasses.
With a 3 in investigation, you don't see anything before Quothe just smacks this door with the butt of his scythe, which lets the door creep open just enough so that as a rock comes hurling over your heads, it banks off the door and into the hallway, and you hear it clatter a little bit, like maybe 5 to 10 feet into the building. And it bounces off some stuff. Sounds like stone on stone.
Good news, guys. No traps on the door.
Could it be a mimic door? Do those exist?
Anything, anything can be a mimic.
I'm just back here watching this shit.
It's the worst door ever. Don't wish that on us.
I could just see Philmar wedged between it while I was trying to shut him in half.
So yeah, there's a bit of a crack opens up in the doorway.
We're on
there.
Philmar's like story arc stuff right now. So if he kicks the bucket to a mimic door, then all of this is just a big old waste of time, and I'm just going back to town.
Vilmar looks at Kotha and goes, just shakes his head and walks the fuck away from him.
I want to do an investigation check because Vilmar vanished. Son of a bitch just turned tail.
Speaking of tails, Tail is gonna walk into that hallway and go take the brick. Like, go sit on the brick.
Taylor's
Pages?
or Pages?
Pages, sorry. Pages is going to... My bad, that would have been way worse.
Yeah, Pages kind of just slinks their way through the cracked, opening in the door, and goes and sits on the brick.
I like the rephrasing of that.
Well, I mean, if the cat doesn't have any like
So
instinctual concern,
the cat can see in there. The hallway is 10 feet wide, so it's the same width as the area where Quotha is. It extends for dozens and dozens of feet. And then along the western wall, so on the left-hand side, about 20 feet from the door, there's a set of stairs that go up about 7-ish feet, and make like a little platform. And there's like a hallway at the top of that platform. And then at the far end of the hallway, just straight north from where you guys are, they can just barely make out in the darkness because they're, they got dark vision just like anybody else. It looks like there's maybe a larger chamber at the far end of this main hallway.
Pages is going to pass on none of this information and just kind of curl up on the brick and get comfy.
Fair
It's the
enough.
worst. It's the
It's
worst.
a cat,
Word-
man. What
the-
else would a
I
cat
know,
do?
I know.
Worst
I know.
familiar. All right. So the door's partly cracked open. The cat's taking a nap. You guys know none of the description of the inside that I just said because the cat is a cat. And Rowan has told you guys that there's a bunch of statues in the left-hand tower. What are you guys doing now?
I'm gonna
I
push
want to
it.
open the door.
There you go.
Yeah. You get a door, and I'll get the other one.
Okay.
Let me just check.
I didn't say I was walking in. I said I was opening the door.
Well, my door was well oiled, and I fell a few steps in.
Is that oil of infinite lubrication just kind of seeps out of his pores every now and again?
It's
I've never
just
been able to get rid of
on
it.
there. Yeah.
After you become sexual Voltron, there's no going back.
Oh my god.
It's a commitment.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
So those of you that
That
have
never goes away.
for those of you that have the 60 feet of dark vision, that's about as far as you can see into the hallway. Now that the doors are open, you can see up this little platform here. It's about, like I said, 7 or so feet higher than this part of the hallway. There's a door that goes off to the west. There.
So it's a closed door right there? Okay.
Well, I think we should go look at the statues.
To the statues.
I don't think there's actually statues, but let's go take a look. We've had a lot of good luck with statues.
The door as you get up there is not actually closed. It
Oh,
opens...
I thought it opened creepily.
No. It opens to the north. Just from where you were down there, it looked like it was closed because you could still see like the wood of the door. But no, it's open. There's an open doorway here. And then this area opens up a bit more to a larger area over here.
As Quothe passes Pages is going to do that little you're too close swipe at you thing that cats do, and then just run down the hallway to find a new spot.
At me?
No, at Quothe. Sorry, I'm confusing names. My brain is not all together, guys.
Let me know if Pages ever
Decides to stop being a cat.
Yeah, and like actually tells you what's going on. However, Quothe, as you move into
Oh shit.
as you move into that hallway, let me put your character back a little bit. You'd been like about here, maybe there. Rowan's, you're walking up the stairs as you all hear inside of your heads all at the same time.
Greetings, everyone. Your presence has been foretold by, shall we say, a mutual acquaintance.
That was awkward.
What does the room
Okay.
smell like?
Where you are, in the
Leather?
hallway, it smells sort of, I don't know, like dust.
Musty?
Yeah, musty. I was gonna say mildew, but it's not very damp in here.
What does Pages
must-
smell?
Musty and whatnot. Pages. Is he transferring that to you? Knowledge to you?
No, it's not that he would be transferring knowledge. But if it smells funny to Pages, he would come wrap around my leg.
Interesting question. I honestly don't know what. I don't know what these things, like what was in this room, would even smell like. Rocks, I guess. However you would describe the smell of a rock.
Earthy.
But earthy, dirt, yeah. How good?
Come
is
on,
the
Foulsham. Paint us a
scent-
picture with
Well,
words,
how,
baby.
How
Come on.
good is the sense of smell on a cat anyway?
Very good.
Very good.
Yes.
Very
I
good.
specifically have the keen smell.
Oh, okay. You would also smell salt, sort of like maybe a slight vinegar smell in the air, a sort of sweat, like perspiration kind of smell, but not just that, but also just like the smell of the unwashed, if that makes sense, right? It's not like
So we're smelling quote.
I'm the only one that's taken a bath.
the smell of the you took a bath in a fetid pool of disease.
He basically
Regardless,
bathed in
my
a
body's
sewer,
touched
dude.
water. Your guys, nothing.
So yeah, it smells sort of, you know, unwashed body smell, sweat, definitely like the smell like you would get off of like a homeless guy in the summertime. Sort
Okay.
of that, and then also mixed with like
That's
a
enough
more
information for sure.
more acrid, acidy kind of smell. Yeah.
I never have ever wanted to think what that smells like, and now it's in my brain. So that's weird enough that Paige is gonna come back and wrap around tail
Fair enough.
to let him know something's weird up there.
So a few seconds goes by, and then you hear another message.
You would do best to turn back now. There's nothing for you here.
Wait a minute. I thought we were invited to something.
Well, I think that we should
you
go back
were-
to Asari then. He doesn't want us here, obviously.
You were not invited to anything. The voice said that your presence.
Shit, we're never invited anywhere. We just show up.
You weren't in. You weren't in.
Mr. Voice Guy. Look, man, I heard. Look, my friend Josh, my buddy Josh said that that it was cool if we crash here for the week. Is that you're saying no? But Josh seemed like he knew what he was
Dispense
talking
with
about,
your
dude.
insolence. There is no Josh. There never has been a Josh, and there never
Jeez.
will be a Josh in the presence of this ruin.
Kevin, man,
Can,
Kevin. His name was Kevin, and he told us we could crash here for the week.
Have Jeannie
I
roll
have-
for squatters' rights.
I've
my God.
been here for years. Your lies mean nothing to me, Bard.
Can we talk? I mean like face to face and not can you get out of my brain? Could we do that real quick?
Should you wish to talk, enter the chamber to the north.
I don't know if I want to talk to this guy. Oh, there goes my camera.
What do you guys
So-
want to do here? You want to go north? You want to just
Yeah, I mean,
ignore
we're
him
in-
and-
We're absolutely delaying the inevitable right now by
So,
avoiding
so
it.
what to do, guys? You want to leave, or do you want to go talk to the freaky voice?
Mr. Voice Guy, is it cool if we just wander around first?
You're only delaying the inevitable. Seek
I
what
mean-
you will, there is nothing for you here.
I mean, we could just like leave. That's makes this not inevitable. So I don't. Why are you being so like combative right now, homie? We're just looking around.
What happened? I went to the little giant's room. Is he mad?
He's not. I think I'm actively agitating him. I think it's getting worse as I continue to speak.
He's a bit
Uh,
standoffish. Yeah. He's a bit
Um,
standoffish.
So
Well,
I'm
far,
Trace the
pretty
hole.
sure.
So
You're,
far,
out of
just
many whatevers.
as Chad pees his pants again. To recap real quick, you weren't invited in. He just said your presence has been foretold by a mutual friend, and then Rowan wanted to talk to him. He said, if you want to talk, enter the chamber to the north. Then he asked if you could explore around, and he said, seek what you will, but you're only delaying the inevitable. You shall find
All
nothing
right.
here.
Here's the
Okay.
thing: is like he kind of was like, "Hey, get the fuck out," but he was also like, "I knew you were coming." Those mixed signals. Kevin didn't tell you we were coming. Kevin said we could hang out here for the week. I'm not sure. All right.
There is not, nor will there ever be, a Kevin.
You don't know. Well, then that dude is lying about his name. Look, because John said Kevin. I don't know.
Let's go upstairs and find this dude before I piss on his welcome mat.
It's in the north. So it's
Okay.
down this hall. It's down this
What
hall.
were we looking for in this ruins anyway? Like,
I don't
what was
even
that?
know.
We're just really getting attacked or attacking somebody that's gonna kill us.
This is what we do.
We're here for Vilmar. Am I wrong here?
No more
We're here for-
wagons.
2 reasons.
This is the location to where the first Justicar died. His god is the human god called the Justicar, which is technically a position within the pantheon. If one of the human gods in the pantheon dies, another Ornite takes its place. An Ornite's a extraterrestrial being.
I'm gonna
basically.
look back at
So-
the doorway and I'm gonna say, Vilmar, if we're here for your ass, you're gonna get in here. And I'm gonna tell him to get in the damn building.
He looks over his shoulders, like points to himself. You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was taking a nap.
So
back here.
we're here to help Vilmar
I'm not.
do something
I don't want to help
for
Vilmar
his
either.
god, Judge Judy.
I don't want to.
Judge Judy.
The Justicar. I don't want to help Vilmar anymore. I'm going back to town.
You don't want the treasure anymore?
I'm over it.
You're over
You
it?
won't even come in the building.
I'm busy looking at my spells, man.
Oh,
Wild.
Tell him there's all you can eat junk food. You gotta speak genie language.
There is a giant mound of Arcanite powder down there, Genie.
Let's-
You can double nostril that shit.
let's go.
So as we move down this hall, do we see farther down it, or like if we?
Yeah. Yeah,
All right. So if I move into this position, how much farther do I see down?
wait, where did you go?
I'm next to Genie, or Rowan.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Reshi's also.
You're on top of Reshi.
That's
Careful.
weird because on my one screen, Reshi was on top, and then on the other screen, the broadcast screen, Vilmar was on top. But I was looking at my quote unquote DM map, as it were.
I mean, I really think it's Reshi's
dirty.
option if she's on top.
Yeah,
I know.
this is going in a different direction.
Thank you for the follow.
Let's let
looking up.
them determine this situation.
So yeah, as you before I like reveal things on the map, as you guys come down the hallway, you start to see, like I said, it's sort of evening time. There are shafts of light coming into this room, through some of the windows that are there, but also through like the like cracks and like holes in the walls and in the roof of this chamber beyond. And as you approach this room, you can see that there is like a 10-foot high dais sort of centered in this room. So like a big platform with stairs that kind of come off to the sides, kind of perpendicular to the hallway that you're coming up. And then there's 2 smaller platforms with stairs heading towards you guys. And at the top of this big platform that's right in the middle, centered, justified to this room, you can see the shadowy outline of a slightly bobbing up and down form, like almost as if it's gently levitating. This giant round mass with tentacles coming up and out of the top of it, with small little round shapes at the ends of each of the tentacles.
Okay, so we're at that part of the Wizard of Oz where we find the man behind the curtain.
Well,
Hey,
my-
real quick,
you
while we're in
see,
close
like, a
quarters,
thing.
I'm gonna tap Reshi on the shoulder and cast Enhance Ability. Cat's Grace.
Sounds like a plan.
So what I'm trying to understand is, is there anything we can reveal to see what we're seeing? So, because if I start,
Sure,
if
you can
Vermar's
make,
walking, if he's walking down the hall and all of a sudden this like figure
like,
starts
it-
to
like-
appear.
Yeah, it
I
sort
wanna
of like
do divine
moves
sense.
forward, not very slowly, kind of moves forward. To you, sort of, it's very shadowy. Like you can't make out details. You just see this mound, like this large, round thing. It's probably it's a large sized creature, right? So it's about 10-ish feet. It would take up like a 10-foot area. A large round mass with like these little tentacles coming off the top, the end, and smaller rounded ends at the tips of the tentacles.
You said. No,
And as
Nope.
I get closer, do I feel anything? Is from my divine sense?
Let me quickly check. Yes, for sure. At least I think so. Wait, let me read Divine Sense.
Any celestial fiend or undead?
Celestial fiends or undead.
Where to detect such forces until you. A strong evil registers on your sense like a noxious odor or powerful good ringing like heavenly music in your ears. As I guess I would first. I guess if it's evil, I would detect it, and if it's a celestial, a fiend or undead, I know.
Yeah,
which
see,
one it
that's
is.
where like things like in the descriptions get confusing, right? Because
Yeah.
like the spell like protection from evil and good, or those things are monster types. They're not actually like any good aligned or evil aligned thing. This is not a celestial fiend or undead. But
It's evil.
you're a yeah. I mean, it doesn't specifically say. It's so weird. Because I think what it means in like the description there of evil registering on your senses is if it's a undead or a fiend, right? But I'll give it to you. Yeah, this thing's is a malicious presence. As you would describe it. You don't know if it's necessarily actively hostile to you. But it's not like it ain't an angel in there.
Okay, the minute he feels this, he lowers his visor, draws his sword, and whispers to the group, "Careful, my friends. Just like the inn, I feel evil beyond us. We need to be more cautious."
I mean, I talked to the dude, and I feel like we've got a rapport.
We need to be more careful.
Voice head guy. Are you still in my head?
Says, of course I'm still in your head, Bard. I will never leave your head until you leave the premises.
What am I thinking about right now then?
Are we all hearing this, or is he just talking to
Do
Rowan?
we want to know?
You're thinking of you are thinking of more lies that you could try and weasel your way out of whatever situation you find yourself in.
Wrong. I was thinking about pizza. I'm just kidding, head guy. Look. We're here looking for something in particular for mostly information for my party member here. We don't necessarily want to raid this place. Can we have a calm discussion, and we'll see if we can figure things out? If you don't like what we've got to say, then we'll go ahead and we'll just leave. I'm sorry that we've intruded here, but apparently you knew we were coming.
If a conversation is what you wish, simply step into the chamber.
Awesome. Guys, I think we're good. Let's go.
It's a trap.
I don't enter
As
the chamber.
as Rowan and Quothe, as you enter the chamber, you see
I'm
one by one.
a talker. We're good.
You hear like a one by one as it like encircle the room. You hear like a poof, 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 as little torches kind of light this area. You see on the dais, a large mass of kind of tentacles sticking out of this giant head shaped thing.
Man, this guy is a looker.
Mm.
To either side of him, down the stairs on the lower platform, you can see these two creatures that look like bloated humans or elf. You're not sure.
Grotesque.
They're like, yeah, they're like humanoid, big, like distended bellies. They are naked and gray of skin. You can as you come in, you immediately smell that sort of that homeless man in summer smell that I was talking about, and it very clearly is like the things flanking this mass of tentacles. One thing you do notice as this room lights up, it looks like there's an eyeball in the middle of this, like the body, and that there's eyeballs at the ends of the tentacles, but they look blinded. To a certain degree, like they're
Kinda
all
milky.
they're like milked over.
Even the main huge eyeball, or just the little baby eyeball?
Even the main eye's like definitely milked over. Some of the little eyeballs look less blind. Some of them look like completely blind.
Maybe he uses the minions to see. Maybe that's part of the weak point on this guy.
You can clearly see that these minions
Well, let's
have
talk to him before we start looking at how to murder him.
You can see that the minions, their actually skin has grown over their eyes. They're also, as far as you can tell, blind. But they perk up, and their large ears kind of move towards, kind of like a dog or a cat would, right? Their ears kind of like move towards like the sounds that you guys are making. It looks like these things are very hungry, but there is something not physical, but there's like something holding them back from like rushing at you guys.
I hope it's not Genie.
Uh,
Better make your case pretty good.
Hey
Taylor's
there.
gonna walk up to Reshi and say, Miss Reshi, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to go in there.
I don't either.
Vilmar,
I
what
think
are you trying to figure out here, man?
Yeah,
Well, we
what do we
came here
need to
to-
know?
Well, we're trying to find out about why the sword was here, when it was made, if it's still here, if it came back
Okay, so
after we lost.
maybe Janie can inquire about the sword. Maybe we can get the sword without any loss of
My
Enemy life.
my good hentai antagonist friend here. What we're looking for a sword. Do you by chance know anything about a sacred sword that might be part of my party member, this large gentleman in the back, his family? It's a family heirloom.
We know of the sword of the Justicar. The
Oh,
sword
cool.
forged with his dying act.
Boy, that's intense.
There is no sword for you to find here.
So does it not exist anymore? Or because here's the thing, it's like we're gonna head out after we get done with this conversation. I just want to know, like, are we on a wild goose chase, or is there actually a physical sword, or is it some weird metaphor for, you know, the friends we made along the way? I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
Make a persuasion check.
Better roll good, buddy.
I'm gonna use my bardic.
The moment he said roll, I almost hit the trigger, brother.
Remember, you can use bardic after you roll, after you see the number.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. If
Hey, do you guys remember the
Bardic's
sewer?
what, a 1d6, I think.
Is this his brother?
Yes, yeah, it's a 1d6.
I wouldn't say it's his brother. I'm just getting the
Oh,
same
nice.
vibe of going in that room means death.
Everything's chill right now.
No, 21. Yeah, everything's fine.
21,
You
yeah.
guys are
That's
fine.
yeah. We're fine.
There's a giant hentai monster and 2 slaves in a room. How can anything be fine?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We're not look. He could have attacked us as soon as we entered the room. He wants to talk. We want to talk. We're gonna talk.
Typically, things that are overtly powerful play with their meals before they eat them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I am overtly powerful, so you don't know what I'm playing.
I mean, I play
Maybe
with
I'm
my
the guy.
donuts before I eat them.
So what was the
Just be cool, because he can read our fucking minds. So don't fucking hit your V trigger yet. Or
What's,
think about it. Like, calm down.
what was what were you asking him again? Sorry.
Just
There's a lot
just
of
this does
conversation.
the sword still exist? And if it does, is it in his possession?
We do not have the sword, but the sword is
See,
not
there you go.
really a metaphor.
It's a physical thing. All right, cool. He says he doesn't
what
have
if he's
it.
lying to you, though?
He's not, though. He's got no reason to. Look at him.
If you
He has
wanna-
plenty of
you
reasons
can
to lie. This guy is
roll
literally lying
insight
on
if you want.
every dating site he's on.
Also, just to be clear, everybody hears this in their heads. It's not just a conversation between Rowan and this thing. And so, if anybody,
how did he
if
respond
anybody thinks
Rowan?
that he's lying,
said-
you can you can make an insight check.
Okay,
He
I'll
said
do
that the
an insight
sword
check.
exists, but it's not here. That it's a real item, but it's just not here.
K Money, you're just gonna sit there and drool on yourself for a little while.
Can I roll the deception to see if he's lying?
It would be
I've already
insight
forgotten what he
to
said.
see- it would be insight to see if he's lying.
I
There's
did.
just
I mean,
something
I rolled my insight. It was the
Right.
17.
No, Jobus asked if he could roll
Oh, okay.
deception.
K-Money's stuck on the inside of, there's a sword. He's like, sword?
Yeah,
Sword? I want a sword.
yeah. So, real quick, Jobus, deception is when you are lying
You are-
or trying
yeah,
to
I
deceive
realized
someone.
after I asked it. Yeah.
Yeah, insight is when you're trying to gain insight into something. So both you think this is he's a real stand-up guy. Just why would he lie to you?
I like this guy.
Jobus, you also think he's telling the truth, but you're not just like, yeah, of course he's telling the truth. You're like, yeah, that seems to track. Rowan, in a twist of irony, because I feel like Jeannie's probably the one to remember this the least. But Rowan, you remember when you guys were at the library when you first met Tail and you were researching the sword back in Ravensblood Hollow, couple months back in game and in real life now. You remember that the sword was owned by a guy named Azer the Tough, and he and his I guess squire, like the guy that follows the paladin around, he and his squire died a couple hundred years ago fighting a red dragon in the north of Emirius. And the books and the legends about Azer and Goobert the Prodigy,
Goobert, I remember Goobert.
the
That's
the
the reason.
legends-
so thematically, that's the reason I remember all this is because I thought Goobert was a hilarious name.
right, exactly. But yeah, so the legends are about them, or this is where Azer was given the sword by the first Justicar as he was dying, slain by the orcish god Kek. They had adventures after this place, and eventually the paladin was killed by a dragon, and you're not sure. That's where that particular story ended. It didn't mention where the sword went or if anybody recovered the sword.
Okay, so yeah,
But
guys,
what
the
you
sword's
do
definitely not
know-
here.
What you do know, obviously, is there's a paladin here looking for his family's lost heirloom, and you guys have the scabbard. So it's probably also not locked up in the dragon hoard either. You're not sure where it is, but you think this guy's telling the truth because you know the paladin had adventures after the sword was created here. This is the birthplace of the sword.
So, I mean,
Can
I-
Tails see the dude from where I'm at?
Yeah, everybody can see this guy.
Okay.
If you guys
can I
need to
can I
like
share
make
that
a,
information with the how what would be the way? How would I share this with the room?
You just
God
talk
damn
to
it,
us.
he's,
Yeah,
he's
you
in my
just-
fucking head though.
you just tell us.
I hate this.
Literally just talk. He's
Yeah.
in everybody's head. Everybody can hear what he says. When I use the voice, everybody hears it. He's communicating to everybody all at the same time.
When we're if we're just like, yeah, okay. So
Better
I'm
be-
gonna share that with the group that like, oh yeah, guys, I totally remember whenever Tails was doing his thing in the library that Super Guy and Goober definitely did not they didn't just leave a sword here. This is guys, this guy's definitely not got the sword.
So should we thank him for his time, or should
I mean,
we start looting his dead body?
Both as you move to the stairs, the little guard guy on that side gets a lot more tense.
It's okay. I got something for him.
So
Don't start a fight.
okay, yeah.
Oh, he's
No.
talking to Chad. Sorry. I mean, both they, not you. Speak.
So yeah, he says the sword is not here. Everybody, you can see him if there's like intimidating the guard.
With a 20.
Stop it.
With a
Hey,
20.
he started it.
the 20. He just got.
I mean, he didn't
tense.
say.
stepped
He
on
didn't,
his
he
stairs.
I didn't say he got
anything
hostile. I
bad.
said he tensed up.
Well,
tensed
now he's
up.
really
If you-
fucking tense.
I don't want to. I'm not ready to reveal character monster types yet, so let me grab a die, add modifiers to this.
Hey, Jeff, what are you using for the map? We have a question in chat about it.
He backs off a little bit. Using for the map, we play on Roll20, and I buy like 90% of the maps and assets we use from a guy named Gabriel Picard. I will put that in chat. I can't.
Sorry
spell.
not to interrupt. I just thought it was kind of
Yeah,
a
no,
neat
no,
question.
that's fine. Shout out to Gabriel Picard. I believe Gabriel PMC on Twitter. An amazing artist. I have spent an embarrassing amount of money buying assets on the Roll20 marketplace from this guy. Whenever I'm looking for new assets, I search his name first. He's an amazing artist. Like, you can get like a forest pack, right? Like that has like trees and stuff in it, and like, but then also get like wagons and stuff from another set, and then like buildings from another set, and they all work together. Like, he keeps his art style very consistent across all of the products that he does. He's amazing. I love his artwork, and yeah. So no qualms shouting out that guy. If you play on Roll20 and you're looking for maps, like a lot of his asset packs, you're gonna spend $5 and get hundreds of items.
Damn. What was the results of K Money
Ooh, Chad,
Fucking
thank you for the
bone-
bits, buddy.
bowing up his chest on this this hater over here on the left?
He kind of Quothe is intimidate. I don't know how you want to intimidate. Feel free to describe that.
I figure I'm just gonna look at him and growl
Flex
a
those.
little
He
bit.
just, he
since
just
he,
flex
you
those.
know,
Flex those pecs.
maybe like an
peck
intense
popping.
heartbeat flex.
Peck
yeah.
popping.
Yeah.
Imagine the
Um,
Rock. Imagine the Rock just rolls up and he just pops that chest. Just baby. That's what I just assume he did.
Remembering that these guys are blinded, but the added grunt.
You can
Intelligence roll
smell,
of 3.
baby.
Can
you
we go back to that?
smell
You
that much
smell the
testosterone.
He
You can
smells your
smell it.
pecs wiggling. And
His
Just a little-
echolocation
a
like
little-
a
crashes.
little
Yeah.
bit of sweat glistens, just like blings off of his chest and hits this guy in the face. Just a little K Money chest sweat.
yeah, you get you like it's all done by sound, the grunt, the flapping of his pecs because they're going up and down so fast. They're making like meaty flap noises. It just this thing then hears this and then is just like fuck. You know, he doesn't say anything, but he like shrivels back a bit.
Question for you, Mr. DM.
Yes.
Tail can see the big baddie in the center, right?
Yes.
Can I roll history to see if Tail knows anything about the creature?
Sure. Yeah. History, fucking nature, arcana. Yeah, any of those.
18, sir.
18.
12 plus 6. History I'm good at.
Yeah, dude. Then 18. You think you know what this was at one point in time. You're not entirely sure what it's become, but you've heard, and I think a lot of people would have heard stories, ghost stories, as it were, around a campfire. Not necessarily about ghosts, but just scary stories that kids would tell each other or older siblings would tell about a giant floating head with one central eye and a mouth with tentacles that come off the top with eyes at the ends of the tentacles that fire laser beams at people. It can turn you into stone. It can disintegrate you. It has a giant central eye that watches everything you do. You
Okay.
think this may have been at one point a beholder, but it doesn't look like the description that you've heard. Beholders have like a mouth with like teeth and like a tongue in it and stuff. This thing has like where its mouth should be, it has like octopus tentacles growing out of the bottom.
Yeah, see,
of
I
its
was kind of
face.
worried this was the beholder. That's part of the reason I'm not trying to start a fight with it right off the bat.
Okay, so since it can read our minds, can I look at Genie and in Peck sign language ask him for some HP potions since I'm out?
In Peck language. You're just gonna flex
Genie,
Mentallo
We need
over
to
there.
see that on camera, please.
Genie.
Can
I
he
can manage
read
camera on
minds?
that.
Can he read minds, or can he just read, like when we talk, like when we actually like think about,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Can he perceive our actions in our
So-
head, or can he just understand when
yeah,
we're
yeah.
communicating?
So, 2 things. I need one insight check at disadvantage and one insight check normal. You don't know Peck sign language? That's going to be disadvantaged insight to see if you can give Quothe what he wants. Try and
Investigation, right?
insight.
Insight. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Insight
do
for
I do an
both.
insight at advantage then?
No, you don't do anything.
Okay.
You're just wiggling your nipples at him.
That's the disadvantage there.
Yeah, okay, 14. All right.
And then one at advantage.
One just normal.
Oh, normal. All right.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. You.
We formed Sexual Voltron. He knows.
So I absolutely know what he said with his chest, and I'm gonna find out
You're pretty sure that Quothe wants you to give him an item that you have that you're in possession of. You're not sure what he wants from you. So feel free, if you want to give him anything, feel free to give him whatever the hell you want.
Oh my.
And you are relatively confident that this thing cannot actually read your mind. Like, it can't actually perceive your thoughts. It communicates telepathically.
Okay, cool, awesome. No, that's
Mhm.
great.
With a 23, you also
Okay.
you don't think that this creature is actually the intelligence that's speaking to you. This
Oh.
is acting
Oh.
more like a loudspeaker. And
There's
there's
the man behind the
someone
curtain with his shoulder peeking
communicating.
out.
And there's someone.
Wow, I did not expect to get this
communicating.
out of that. Holy shit.
Dude, 23 is a high fucking roll, man. And when you're
Alright.
when you're trying to figure out how this thing's communicating with you, I figure, yeah, you
You goofed and gave me more information than I expected. I'm
it's
I'm
not
gonna
all
toss.
about keeping
You almost
information
critted it.
from you.
I,
Hey man, I
to-
succeeded in what I wanted to do. I led you to believe it was a beholder, and I you know, it's giving you guys, making you squirm in your pants and all that kind of stuff. So I,
Okay, so-
I toss K money. I reach in my bag and I pull out the stink rock and I toss the stink rock to
Oh
him.
god.
Yeah. I'm so glad you remembered that thing.
Hell yeah.
I keep a pretty good list of all the things that I've grabbed or done stupid. Like I've got things in here from like our first. I've started hoarding dumb shit since we started. So, K Money, you got that stink rock.
Yes.
All right. So then, I'm gonna use this insight that I have
Mm-hmm.
to I'm gonna say like, hey, this has been a very interesting conversation. But why are you? What reason are you here? Like, what are you doing here?
Make a persuasion check at
He's like, I don't know, some guy named Jeff just put me here.
disadvantage on that one.
Disadvantage. All right.
Yeah.
Oof.
11.
Our purposes for being here do not matter to you. Leave us to our work. Should you wish to meet with our mutual friend, then head to the basement. That is where they are doing their work. You leave us to our work, we'll leave you to yours.
Ooh, that's kind of an interesting twist.
So what's this stink rock do?
It stinks.
If you
Don't you
squeeze
dare
it,
throw it.
It literally stinks. It smells. It smells.
Just
it's the
when you-
most
when you
rancid
squeeze it.
smell you can think of.
When you squeeze it, it smells bad. That's
It's
literally
like
all it does.
it's like a homeless guy in summer, but also rotten eggs.
You can
How big of an
honestly,
AoE does it have?
Don't you dare. Why'd you throw him a rock?
Like 30, 40 feet probably. Like, it's pretty potent.
You can hand that back to me if you.
That's what I'm
you
saying. Why'd you give him a rock? Anything he can throw or do stupid.
I just thought it was funny, and I thought it would be appropriate for me not to hand you. So, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you guys want to go to the basement?
If
don't-
there's nothing for us to gain from this,
I just
don't know.
don't see any reason to go in on these guys yet.
Will
Obviously, we
ever
know.
come back from the basement?
Here's the problem. He said mutual friend. Somebody
Yeah,
we
see,
know
I'm
is in that
intrigued to-
basement.
I'm
Yeah.
a little intrigued to find out who that is for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be a monster
I
that
know
doesn't
that.
like
Probably
us.
do me.
There's very few things that don't like us.
I have a real
Or an
hard time
aboleth.
believing Drazan's here. I
Maybe
really
it's the
don't think
aboleth.
Drazan is real flashy.
Okay,
and the
but
basement of some shit is not. That's not Drazan's style. I'm sorry, it's just not.
you're right.
Maybe he decided
However,
to be a hipster guy.
with the
I don't know.
blind eye thing here,
Shazam's a
it kind of
hipster. He's
gives me an
back in a
undead vibe.
lumberjack outfit.
So And that was his MO.
I don't know.
Because here's the
do you
thing:
guys want to go see?
if we just randomly attack this guy or these guys, right? Like whatever's here, we're gonna get into anyway, or we can just let this be for now.
Well, I assume we let it be because there's literally nothing to gain from moving forward.
No, not.
There's nothing we're after. There's
I mean, the
nothing they have we
sword isn't
want.
here.
That you know of. Remember, I said
Well, I
these are
definitely think
evil
we should leave these guys
presses, too,
alone.
so-
Guys,
Guys,
Vilmar walk away
come
from
back
evil?
if you want to come back and try to fucking murder these dudes later, then maybe that's what we do. But right now, I just do not see a reason to engage us. Yeah, can you walk away from evil?
That's one of the questions I have. I mean, we may be here. We may be in no matter what.
I mean, these guys haven't expressed any inherent evil, right?
I'll answer your question for Jobus by saying there are paladins who fall from the path they were put on. A paladin has free will. They can make choices. It's not like they're mind controlled by their god to like do a specific thing. Now, whether or not that means Vilmar specifically would allow himself to walk away from evil, I mean, that's up to Jobus, but a paladin in general isn't like forced to do anything.
These dudes didn't do anything evil. They literally like, hey, we're working on stuff, but like this guy's been completely upfront with us with everything we've asked.
Yeah,
He
they're
hasn't
sitting here
done
like a
anything
welcome party.
sketchy. He didn't do anything weird. He was I mean,
Yeah,
Yes.
but I mean, what if
He-
the guy's
he was
like
standoffish 'cause we
kidnapping
literally
children
just
while
walked
we're off gallivanting around because we didn't look?
if someone walked in your house and started asking you questions, you would be a little standoffish too.
I agree.
True.
I don't
But
think
But
we
he
need to
literally
engage with
didn't.
them.
He didn't do anything to us. In
I-
fact, he
I under-
invited us to wander around.
I understand your perspective there, but I mean, a hungry monster will invite you in too. I
Well,
mean,
he didn't.
and
He's
they
not.
can
He
be
said go.
perfectly personable.
He said go though. He's like, go ahead and wander down to the basement. He wasn't like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
He's
but that sounds
literally
like a
letting
trap
us
to
leave.
me.
He's letting us leave if we want. He said, if you want to go talk to the dude you know, go downstairs. But if not,
Alright.
just head out.
I
He
agree.
wants
So
it, like, yeah.
if it's a trap and we're leaving, then he attacks us, then we attack back. But if he lets us leave, let's just fucking leave.
I said,
Well,
give him-
all that stuff you were relaying to Rowan because of his insight check, was that directly just to Rowan, or is
That was
That
Rowan,
was
I
just to
think.
Rowan.
just to
Ron
Rowan?
can just like walk up to us and tell us, really.
No, that's my. Is Rowan going to tell us any of that stuff? That he told us we can search our.
He's not yet. No, he's not.
Well, the stuff that I say in that guy's voice, like about like if you want to go down to the basement, you can. If not, like you can just leave. Like leave us to what we're doing. Like just leave us alone. Everybody hears that.
Okay, that part we didn't hear. The part with this is a beholder. He could be a mouthpiece.
No.
Kind of thing,
Yeah,
all
that was
stuff.
Tails doing a history check. That's just Tail. I don't know if Tail told
Yeah.
you guys any of that.
Tail has not informed any of that. It's just Tail he's
Yeah.
scheming as always.
And I haven't got you guys in on the idea that
I apologize.
Nokia. What's going on over there? I haven't let you guys in the idea that this dude's a speakerphone, but I am encouraging the group to not attack this guy.
Okay, so are we going to the basement or are we leaving? And I
would
think
go to
we
the
need
basement.
Vilmar's. Okay.
Basement.
I would like to go to the basement and find out who we know, our
Hey.
mutual quote unquote friend.
He said not to go to the basement, right?
No.
Or no, he
He
said,
said we can't. He said come
You
down to the
can't-
basement if you want to meet the guy we both know.
but leave them alone where they're at. These guys.
Yes. Yeah, leave them alone. They're doing their work up here.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so basically you guys have free run of this whole complex as long as you don't interfere with what these guys are doing.
And creepy crawly
Yeah.
monsters that want to murder you don't let you have free run of their
The
The
implication
ruins.
being like, were you ever to see more of these things elsewhere? Just leave them alone.
exactly. So I honestly I think there's no reason to attack this guy right here.
It's like
I
when
think we should go down to
Quothe.
the bit. This is just me, though.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I don't know.
Fillmore
What do you guys think?
doesn't know who the mutual friend is, so he in return he will ask this voice, "What friend are you talking about? I know none from this place."
Yes, there was a strange creature who would shift its shape. She came from a place called Raven's Blood.
Okay, so we have Sift, right?
I don't see any reason why Sif would be hanging out with these freaky dudes, but hey, we can go with it.
So okay, so he says it's a shapeshifter from Raven's Blood.
Yeah.
Since Vilmar's from Raven's Blood, would he know of any changeling from there?
One of our old party members would be the person
You
that he's
could
alluding to.
roll a history check if you want. And I'll give you advantage on the history check since you're from Raven's Blood Hollow.
To be fair, guys, Sif was
18.
dead. So shit could get weird with her.
What you know, Jobus, is you specifically don't know any changelings from I mean, unless in your backstory you actually do, but as far as I'm aware, you don't know any changelings from Raven's Blood. But what you would know, it's a very poorly kept secret, right? It's sort of like one of those things like everybody knows but they don't talk about. There are obviously changelings within the Thieves Guild. Spooky Sprinkles coming in, raiding with a party of 16.
Woo!
Welcome in. Welcome in, my
It could
friend.
be
Woohoo!
it could be revenge time on Jethro.
Okay, so I know of changelings in the city, but I don't know a specific.
Right.
He answers back. So okay, he told me about changelings, and say, "I don't know of any general changeling. Why with these shrouds? Why not reveal yourselves?"
Be that as it may, you may not know them, but they are aware of you.
Okay, let's go to the basement.
To the basement mobile. Na-na-na-na-na.
The way I'll say this, Vilmar, the way he says you, it makes you think the group, not you as an individual. You're using like the plural. Also, the darkness. Well, thank you for the follow. CPU Rain, thank you for the follow. Fire Kitty, thank you for the follow. Everybody, welcome in. Just good place to jump on tonight. We just got to a new dungeon. They've been exploring a little bit. This is the location where Vilmar's family weapon was made by a god as he died. They've come here seeking information about said sword, and they've come across this thing that used to be a beholder, is no longer a beholder. It's got weird tentacles growing out of the bottom of it, which beholders don't necessarily have. Basically what the party has learned by talking to this thing is that the sword that Vilmar, the paladin, is looking for is not here. But as long as they leave this tentacle creature and his friends alone to do whatever it is they're doing here, they have free reign to explore. And there's also a mysterious mutual friend that is in the basement of this this ruined castle that they are in. We are also getting a DM inspiration for Reshi coming in from Mr.
Nice.
Abstracto. A former cleric in our party, a turtle by the name of Damu. Welcome in, friend. Good to see you again.
It's Damu.
Damu is safe and hanging out back in Asari, helping out with the guild hall. But yeah, are you guys head into the basement, or do you want to explore like the top level more? You want to go upstairs? I was gonna say when Quotha gets the stairs, that thing tensed up, but it wasn't like it was making moves to like block you from going upstairs. It was more just like if you come close to it or the creature in the middle, like it would protect itself, kind of thing. Like you can go upstairs, you can go downstairs, you can leave, you can do whatever, but let's make a choice here.
Let's why don't we send the cat on a little tour for loot upstairs while we head to the basement?
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Is that cool with everybody else?
I mean, it'd be nice to have
Me.
a scout so we don't have to split. And I'd hate
Is
for
it okay
all of us
with
to drop upstairs
Tails
for
out?
no reason.
Is it okay with Tails? Exactly. You know, it's his kitty.
That's also true.
Tails will help out and ask Pages to help. However, Tails is super uncomfortable, so you better stick close or he's going to abandon your ass. He is very, very scared right now.
Okay, so it's gonna take you guys a little bit. They basically tell you, like, indicate that if you want to go downstairs, there are there's a down set of stairs in the tower, out this door over here. It takes you a little bit to get there. Obviously, the stairs up are right here. So as you're traveling, to the downstairs, as it were, Pages goes upstairs real quick. He can see, well, first I should ask, I know, Sangretta, you're playing both the cat and the kobold. Is the cat projecting to you, or is it just doing cat things up there?
The cat is doing cat things, however, he is looking for things that he thinks Tail might be interested in. So,
Okay.
boxes, other
Right.
people, odd things in rooms.
Easy. All right, easy enough. There's a library upstairs.
Tail definitely wants to go to the library. Definitely wants to go to the library. However, he doesn't know how to get to the library safely, because I'm assuming I have to go behind the staircase behind this thing.
There's just stairs up, like right here, up there, and up here as well. They lead up. Those are the stairs that your cat goes up. Just walks up these stairs. Also, quickly, Silver Tiger, and here's dessert. Thank you, for the follows. Welcome in.
It's a fun name. Here's dessert.
I do like that. That's nice.
Mr. Scary Eye Thing voice. My cat tells me there's books upstairs in the library, and I would like to go to read them. Can I go read the books?
There are many books in this forgotten library, young wizard. I only ask that you leave us to our duties here. Feel free to explore this complex. Just leave my kind alone.
See, these dudes are chill. These dudes are chill. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna high five one of his tentacle thingies.
You poked him in the eye.
No,
Terrible
like
idea.
just like a weird like I don't
You
know. what
better
the
hope
noise-
that's an arm.
the noise it makes is gonna be
Yeah.
like
You give him like a low 5 because it's a little tentacle on the bottom of him.
It's a
Kinda-
dicticle.
Kind of slaps. You can make a little sort of slapping noise and doesn't really seem to react to that.
he doesn't give. See, look, we're good, you guys. Look, we're good.
But
Would
yeah,
anyone like to accompany me to the library so I don't get murdered in the hallway?
What does my
I'm a
hand smell
little
like now? My
afraid
hand's
of
probably
leaving the
pretty
group
terrible.
that
Right?
your hand. So remember when I said like there's like unwashed hobo smell, but there was also
Yeah.
like a slight acrid smell of like acid and stuff. That's what your hand smells like. It doesn't burn
Okay.
or tingle or anything, but it has that like very sharp sort of.
Oh, okay.
Very,
So I'm gonna use my prestidigitation to kind of
Yeah.
Oh my
like get that
God.
to go
yeah,
away.
this thing's covered in a very thin layer of like mucus. So it's just, like very wet like slapping a wet ham, you know, kind of sound. And then your hands like covered in this like glistening.
We're all
like,
friends here. We're
Wait, did
all
you say
buddies
wet
here.
ham?
sour. Yeah, like a wet
Wet
ham.
ham, yes. Like
Yeah, like a
slapping a
wet
wet ham.
Little.
Yeah.
It-
And then
I
your
don't-
hand just has this like sort of thin sheen of like this viscous, sort of very sour, like vinegary smelling acidic kind of.
I'm gonna wipe that off on
Yeah.
the.
But before
Just wipe it
Tail-
on Quothe.
He's got the stink rock with him, so it's all good.
Right?
Tail, before you go to the library, do you want to go with us to the basement or do you want to go read books? Because I'm not gonna.
I already know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bill-
I don't want to go alone. I'll go with you.
Wow, I'm
Didn't-
kind of
Don't-
surprised.
you
I
could
thought you were
go-
just
you
gonna
could
go.
go
I
read
thought you were gonna
books if
beeline
you
for the
feel
book.
safer there.
Draconic, I want to
I
talk.
want you guys to know that there is nothing more that Tail wants than to go to that library and read those books, but he is fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Vilmar wants to talk to Tail and Draconic and ask him. He'll say, "My little friend, I know books are your passion. I will go with you if it will help you." And he casts, and at the same time, he'll say, "And what I can, I will protect you as best as I can for as long as I can." And he casts protection from good and evil on Tails.
And y'all can make the fucking library when we go to the fucking fight downstairs.
Yeah. What is?
No, I still
want-
want to go. I want to stay with the
I want
party.
to know where the sword. Vilmar wants to know where the sword is. He doesn't want to go. I don't know who's in the basement. It's
We
not my
might find the sword in the basement.
maybe, but if at this point, Vilmar kind of believes this person saying the sword's not here. Tail knows about books. I want to know about where, find research about the sword and stuff like that. So I will go with Tails.
So Tails is. Let's see. Hold on, I have to figure out how to phrase this sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's really hard to do the whole Tail voice and think in Tail's mindset because it's not my personality. It's kind of hard to deal with.
And I'm saying this just in Draconic, so he knows alone. So, well,
Oh, I can hear you.
Reshi would understand.
We can go basement. We can check out the books after, right?
Yes, my
We
friend.
still
can.
go look at the books.
Yes, as long as we can.
Oh, okay, we can go to the basement.
There you go. All right. Cool. Awesome. Let's go, guys.
Right.
I'd
But
like to
you
point out
go-
that Tail is going to reach into his bag and is now double fisting torches.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where was this at? This is the
I'm just
basement,
gonna
right?
ask
But
Tail
where
if
was
he
like?
wants me to carry him on my back.
Boom, make that dark.
Tail is going to try and be the biggest little man that he can, and he would like to be on your back, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Okay.
He's trying to be a badass.
So he's going to stick real close to you to where, like, if you turn, you can feel like you brush against him with your clothing, but just as close as he can be without actually touching you.
It is dark in the basement, so whoever doesn't have dark vision, like Vilmar, I believe also maybe Quothe. I don't know if Goliaths have dark vision or not.
I definitely do.
I don't think Dragonborns do.
I
either.
don't think I do. No, I don't think it's part of my.
I have
So-
vision.
Let me
I do.
know. I'm assuming some of you guys are carrying torches, right? But I think that
Yes.
means
Oh, I'm double fisting torches. It doesn't matter that I have dark vision.
So
Have
you see
candles.
about that much of the hallway at the top.
At least
of
I
the
think I
page.
have vision. I feel pretty
Yeah,
confident.
half elves have
Yeah.
dark vision.
To abstract or add a rare quality treasure.
Whoa.
Bag of beans.
I'm gonna give
Ooh, the bag of
Vilmar.
He also gave some
A torch.
DM inspiration
He
out
did,
there, by
yes.
the way.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
To
Me
Vilmar
and
as well.
Vilmar. Yep.
Oh, you and?
Uh,
oh yeah, Rowan,
yeah,
there
yeah,
it is.
yeah, I
I
gave-
saw
I
the
gave
one
mine.
for
I got DM inspiration for high five and a
tail. And
The
Reggie.
hentai monster. Yeah.
Tail got one. Reggie got one. Rowan got one. Vilmar got one. And adding a treasure of a bag of things. I don't even know what
Did you
be
ever?
spurning them
Did you
points.
ever? Did you ever refund me for that legendary treasure that I?
Nope.
Okay.
You
So
requested it. It's gonna be in there.
It's in play. Okay. All right.
It's in
Good.
play. What's a bag of beans even do?
That's DM, not bardic. Okay. That's a thing.
I mean, I'll read this later, but yeah. So you guys go to the basement. Feel free to drag your characters onto the map. And I think just before we start exploring said basement, now would be a great time to take a quick break.
Yay.
We've been playing for a little bit. I gotta pee.
Let's do it.
So, we are going to be right back. Thank you so much, everybody who's come in. All the channel points, redemptions, abstracted, all the new followers. Spooky Sprinkle, thank you for the raid. We're going to take a quick bathroom, leg stretch break. You guys stick around. We're going to start exploring a creepy, dark, dank basement here. Just a couple of minutes. We'll be we'll be right back. Everybody, hope you had a wonderful break. Oh, we had a good break. So just real quick, catch you up here after the break. The group saw a creepy ex-beholder thing when they entered this dungeon, who seemed to be pretty chill. Like,
He's pretty cool to me.
he's just doing his thing. He's got some minions and basically said to the party that there was a mutual friend, in air quotes, at least someone that introduced themselves to this creature as a mutual friend of the party, who apparently knew they were gonna be here. He said they were down in the basements, and that the party could explore the ruins at their leisure as long as they didn't interfere with this weird beholder and his minions. So the group, even though Tail is obsessed with books and his wizard familiar found a library upstairs from the main room that they were talking to this creature in, they all decide to head to the basements first. That's where we're gonna pick up right now. You guys heading down the stairs. Oops.
Making my way downstairs to the basement.
Evidently moved this window correctly. You guys head downstairs into the basement. I heard an alert, but I don't see on my alerts what that was. Anyway, you guys head down to the basement. It's very much stone dungeon fare. It's cold. It's probably about 50 degrees, 52 degrees down here. It's like, that chill of like being in an underground cave, kind of like stone all around you kind of thing. So it's chilly down here. I guess maybe Reshi doesn't mind so
I was
much.
about to say, I don't mind it, yeah.
As you guys kind of fan out into this this hallway here, it's a 5-foot hallway, so you can move past each other if needed, but it's a little, it's a bit tight. You couldn't stand two abreast comfortably. DM Thaco, thank you for the follow. Let me reveal some more of the map here. Reshi, you can see there's a small empty chamber that you're standing in front of. Why does that keep doing shadows every time I switch to that tool? Yeah, there's a small chamber there, and then there's a hallway that goes down this way.
that the guy we want leading the party, though?
I'd
I mean, am I the only one noticing that?
rather he trigger his dumb shit with us not standing next to him.
That's
Right.
true. This is true.
Well, that part of the hallway is clear at the moment.
So yeah, that short little stretch of hallway, as you walk down it so brazenly, you are lucky. There is nothing there. No, you don't trigger any traps or anything. This particular hallway opens up that way. You can see a room at the end of the hall there. All right. You step in to that part of the hallway. Nope, go back. You put your character there.
Sorry.
God
Just
damn,
looking
he's
around,
just hopping
looking
all
around.
You just
Steering around.
hippity hopping around, and then your haste.
I move here.
Roll a dexterity check, Mr. Quothe.
Okay.
You did it now.
Oh, this can't be good.
You can dodge away from danger. Advantage on saving throws. Or effects that you can see, such as traps and spells.
Oops,
To
I
gain
had
this benefit,
advantage.
you
My
can't
bad.
be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. So yeah, this is where like the parsing of information. Because is it an effect you can see?
Well, I parsed all the information I could so that you could determine it.
You know what? Doesn't matter. 11 isn't high enough anyway. You step through a tripwire. It catches your ankle. It snaps quite easily. There's barely any pressure whatsoever. You hear a ka-ching and a kind of like a squeak of
that's a
a
noise,
hinge as it comes swinging down. You take 2d6 slashing damage, so 6 slashing damage from an axe that was dislodged from the ceiling and comes swinging down and hits you in the shoulder.
To be fair,
That's
you
what
kind of
did, you
deserve
little
that.
jerk.
You
Yeah.
kind of deserve that.
Are we on the same team here?
Oh, we are, but you kind of.
I mean,
kinda
I'm
deserve that.
Go
wondering
barreling down
sometimes.
the Hall of Horrors.
Do I take less damage from slashing? I can't remember.
When you're raging, you take half
Ah.
damage, but you're not raging yet.
Okay, 6, you say?
Yep, 6 slashing.
A raging goofball just running down the hallways like a 8-year-old.
Anybody in this room? Oh, all right, Mr. Axe. Next room.
I mean, can I see down the hallway now that I've
Yeah.
Now that you've
shook
been
hands with that
stabbed-
axe?
Now that you've been stabbed, can I see?
You guys hear a ka-chunk from down the hallway, a soft mechanical latch being released and a small squeak, and then the sound of something impacting flesh. Both is a barbarian. He probably doesn't like make too much of a ouchie that hurt kind of noise.
We'll just put these little
Owie.
Cautiously walk down the hall here.
drops of blood everywhere.
You kind of just walk slowly, being careful. You know,
Okay.
I just have a torch. So I'm being super cautious as I approach this doorway.
Sounds good. If you're just
I'm following right behind you.
like give me a perception or an investigation check, Jovis. Since you're being careful and like looking for things.
I will do perception.
Say you
My
can see
investigation is
probably
horrible.
about that far down that hallway
Oops,
with a
shit,
torch.
I rolled with advantage. Sorry about that.
That's a 12 either way.
Yep.
You don't detect anything in that doorway there, or like in the few feet on the other side of the little archway that leads down this hall.
Put it in
Does
my door on
Pages
purpose.
smell anything funny down here?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not anything weird.
No, I stepped
Nothing
away.
that he would want to alert me about.
Mm,
Just musty old castle.
Yep, just damp.
That's a
Mildewy.
musty ass castle.
Yeah. Damp and mildew. Basically it. So Job starts going down that hallway. You guys are gonna get a ton funneling into the north-south hallway here. Pages is checking out the bend there. You can see a little room in front of him. Cool there, Jobus. Are you gonna be heading down your respective hallways any further?
Can I see any farther than what I'm seeing right now? Or is that it?
That's
Is that it?
about all you can see with a torch. Yeah, you'd have to go further to get more.
I'll just take a couple more, like, go 10 feet more and see what I see.
Alright. Let me know if you're checking for more traps and stuff.
Yeah, I'm still being cautious the whole time. I don't trust this area one bit.
You're good for now. You know what? Let's just expedite this process. If you're gonna go the whole way down the hall, you can just roll 2 more perception checks, and I'll use those results. You can let me know like how far you actually want to go, but I'm just saying, as you travel down the hallway, it'll only be 2 more perception checks to.
Can I do the same thing too to like this point here?
Yeah, I mean,
That
yeah,
doorway?
You can move down there if you want. Sure.
Well, with the perception rolls, as I'm more
Yeah,
cautious
yeah.
now.
Yeah, you can make some perception. Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Just
It's like
one?
it's like you got slapped on the.
Let's see. You know what? Yeah, you can make 2 perception checks as well. We'll keep it even. A 12 and a 13. A 5 and a 1. Got it. All right.
I had to click it 3 times.
You didn't. Well, I mean, if
Oh, okay.
you might have clicked it 3 times. It only went through twice. Perfect.
Quose, you are not very observant apparently today.
You're not.
You're just like, it's a hallway, we're good.
I'm here. Let's see if I'm still alive by the time I got there.
I'm gonna need you to make as you step here. Please make a
God.
dexterity check.
Does my danger sense give me advantage?
On
Spidey sense.
this one, yes. I'll say yes on this one.
Okay.
19. Whew. All right, you're gonna take
Not
half
bad.
damage from this. You step on a pressure plate, and as it slides down, you like look up real quick, and then you look to the side, you like look all around. Your quick barbarian reflexes, and you just in time to try and step out of the way. You see a little hole in the wall, with just a slight bit of glint in there from the torchlight. You dodge, so you take 5 piercing damage from a spear that right kind of shoots out the wall and then retracts.
Okay. Bard, I may need some healing before I reach the end of this hallway.
And then when you get here, your danger sense, I don't think is gonna help you on this one, unfortunately. But you make another dexterity save for
Stop
Oh
going down
my
that hallway.
gosh. That's just
Stop
a
it, turn
smear of
around.
blood. It's too late. I'm already there. Another dex save?
Yep, another dex save.
Okay.
Do you even have dexterity?
Not really tonight.
Get the fuck out of the hallway.
An 8.
You take double damage on that one.
On this one is you go to check this door, this very heavy wooden door that blocks off this room. It actually, as you step in front of it, another tripwire is set off, and the door itself just falls on you.
This sounds like a trap that I'd brush off. It's okay.
What is?
Luckily for you, though, this one is only a single D6. You take 2 bludgeoning damage as this heavy door falls on you. Kind of throw it to the side. It just lands in the hallway.
I'm
one
cursing
square.
and pissed off right now. I'm about to rage.
Yeah, the door lands like in this square, like right next to you. However, you can see into the room in front of you. It's empty, dusty. You can kind of see broken pottery and various other things in here. It seems as though, like, from what you've seen so far, like looking into the empty rooms so far, this place has been pretty well explored in the past. Like I was saying, when you guys were in the entrances, the entranceway and stuff, that bridge, like there was like the scarring of the battle from like the big battle that made this thing a ruin in the first place. But you could also see like newer damage and stuff. Like this place, sees some adventurers every now and again.
So, would I think that the rock Genie gave me would heal me?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I did ask him for a healing potion. He gave me a rock. I don't know if I trust the guy enough. I might think it's a healing rock.
I mean, you can roll an investigation check if you want.
Maybe next time you go barreling down a hall of horrors, you can ask the person that has.
I've got a
dexterity
healing
to do it.
rock.
Yeah, you think if you squeeze the rock and then smell it, like really deep inhale, it should like give off some vapors that will heal you.
Anything in this room that I can see into?
More broken pottery, remnants of stuff. You see like maybe some dried blood, maybe a couple of bones. I honestly didn't think you guys were gonna come down here this week, so I'm sorry I don't have like actual like skeletons and stuff on this map.
You didn't think I was gonna talk it out.
I thought Quothe was just immediately gonna attack the beholder.
They were holding me back the whole time.
That's what I thought.
Can I very, very cautiously
Heal me?
trace down here?
Can I very cautiously heal the man that's bleeding to death?
What's that one? So in this room, you see these little like alcove things. I'm gonna have to do this freehand. But you see that there are red gems in these 2 alcoves, just kind of floating there. Green gems here. There are like emeralds or something, rubies, emerald, like a sapphire here and here.
There's stones laying
So they're
around.
floating though?
And
They're floating in the air?
You said they're floating, right?
Yeah, they're floating, and then a diamond there and there.
Can I make an Arcana check on
They're-
this room?
Oh yeah, sure. They're all about the size of a fist, and they're floating at about chest height for a human, head height for a dwarf. About solar plexus to navel height for both. 16 Arcana check. You know that gems don't float like this on their own.
Congratulations.
There's definitely some kind of magic going around down here.
Can
I was
I?
gonna move to this room and just observe for a little bit.
Sure.
I want to use my mage hand
Mm-hmm.
and grab one of the stones.
Okay.
Now this place is
Make
well
sure his
looted, but
actual
those
hand
things
is
are still here.
Mm-hmm.
It was also well trapped until you came along.
I'm just doing my dungeon duty.
So what happens when I use my mage hand to grab one of the stones?
Which one are you grabbing?
Let's say it is I like this guy right here. This guy.
The blue one up there?
Yeah, blue one up here.
Oh, okie dokie.
It's a secret door.
A beam of bright blue energy. From where you're standing, you can even feel a little like chill from this. So let me real quick. Let me move you back. So I can highlight these things and move them to the map layer so that I don't accidentally like fuck up my drawings. So there's like a beam of blue energy that goes. Let's see. Hopefully this is bluish. It goes like that. Yeah, it's like
Wow, that's fancy.
if it shoots out. It hits this green thing there, and I'm going to need you to make a constant.
Nothing changed on my stream, but that's fine. Constitution check.
Nothing changed on your screen, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, you should make a Constitution.
But there, whoa, I just saw something. All right.
Hey, you're lagging.
Might
Make
need
a
to refresh the screen.
So as that blue beam hits the green,
Oh, I made a disadvantage one on both of those. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. So but we'll take the 18 on that.
Cool.
As the beam shoots straight across the room as it's like touched by the mage hand, this green one explodes a little bit. The gem doesn't explode itself, but it emits an explosion of poison.
Did I get hit by that?
Yes. It's a little 5-foot burst. So, the squares that are affected are where you are, the one right in front of the green, the one square right in front of the blue, and then obviously the blue, the green, and the red. So those 6
Does
squares.
the explosion trigger the red one and the blue one next to it?
No. Does not. But yeah, you take. Let me get a roll here. 3 poison damage.
Okay.
Tail, you see this. Obviously, you are just outside. You smell kind of like rotten egg smell, and it kind of makes you just like reflexively kind of dry heave. But you're not. You don't take any damage or anything. You just basically. It's so thin in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't actually affect you, but you do smell like the rotten egg kind of smell. Real quick,
Just gonna
Reshi,
take a step back.
Yeah, Reshi, what are you doing? You haven't
I
done-
was
you
just
haven't
thinking
said
about that
much.
actually. I'm trying to decide if I should go down the Hall of Horrors or if I should go where Vilmar Baggins is.
Fair enough.
One has murder, the other doesn't.
While you
No, but I wonder.
talk about, or while you think about that, I will mention Vilmar. There is a pile of rubble. It looks like the ceiling collapsed. There's like a doorway here. You think you could, with time, maybe clear that hallway out, but it doesn't look like it would be an easy task. But yeah, this room, like I said, there's some bones in here. It looks like a fight happened. Smashed pottery, that sort of thing, in this room.
Do it.
Can I go to Vilmar and see what he's up to, and if he so decides to clear that rubble, I can give him a hand?
Yeah, you can go back. You
After
know where
he heals me.
So you've tripped the 2 tripwires. Those are broken, and now they're disarmed.
Okay.
But you
Did
can,
he
like,
skirt
step
his
over
traps?
The pressure plate. I mean, he didn't activate any traps in there. So.
Okay, so I'm just going to
Kothe in his fear.
How far can I
hallways.
jump?
You're gonna hit your head.
Can I
Um,
just go down the hallway
With
first?
with a running jump, I believe you can jump up to a number of feet equal to your strength score. But I think you have like an 18 strength or a 17 strength. So
Yes.
if you
So
took
can
a
I
running,
bunny
if
hop
you
down
run,
this hallway?
yeah, if you run 10 feet and then jump, you could jump basically 4 squares.
Oh, wait,
Well,
so I'm gonna
3 squares.
before.
Okay, so here,
Don't do anything yet.
here.
Before
Okay.
Kothe goes and kills himself again,
Huh?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just whisper to him, "Hey, you're looking kind of rough. Do you want me to scope out the hall first?"
Sure.
Okay, so I want to do a acrobatics. Would that let me see if there's any traps?
Acrobatics would allow you to more easily avoid any traps that are
You can avoid
there,
them,
but
okay.
detecting the
Would
traps
I know
is
if I
going to
set
be.
them off?
You would know if you set a trap off, yes,
Okay.
because
okay.
you would be in peril. But if you're just looking for
Captain Obvious.
if you're just looking for them, that would be your choice of perception or investigation.
Hey, remember when that trap attacked you? That was a trap.
Did you enjoy that? Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I feel really smart right now. So I'm going
Well, a
to
trap when you set it off is usually pretty obvious. You fall in a
I guess
hole,
my
you get
question was,
stabbed
I
by
guess my idea
something.
was if I stepped on something and it went off behind me, like that kind of thought, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I said acrobatics would help you avoid a trap. It wouldn't help you know that it's there in the first place.
Okay, so I want to do acrobatics.
Yeah. If you want to do acrobatics, if you get high enough and then trigger, and if you end up triggering a trap, I'll let you roll with advantage to avoid it.
Okay, let's do that then, because I'm going to try and help this guy out, not die again.
Hmm.
If I stand in front of him, am I triggering anything right there, or should I stand behind him?
You don't trigger anything there, but if you want to make that
Okay.
acrobatics check, go ahead. 18. All right.
There it
I'll
is.
let you know if you trigger any traps going down that hallway.
Okay, can I go all the way down since we're not in combat? Is that like free range of movement?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I want to start
Alright,
clearing
I'm
the
in here.
rocks. While,
You nimbly make your way down that hallway and do not set off any traps.
There we go. So come through, Kothe.
There. You're relatively confident there are no traps in that hallway.
Relatively confident.
Relatively confident.
I mean, she's pretty.
Okay,
You know,
I still want to bunny hop
Vilmar
this, so 10
Vilmar
feet.
walked the whole way down there looking for traps. He didn't find any or set any off. Then you had a relatively nimble ninja just go down the hallway. Didn't set
Okay.
anything off. Kothe, you make it down there. Didn't set any traps off.
I'm going to greet Vilmar with a big bloody handprint handshake.
All right. So you guys, if you all work together to clear this out, it would probably take you, I don't know,
47
30.
days.
half an hour to an hour to clear enough space at the top of the rubble pile that you could crawl through it. There's like a lot of rocks that either you'd have to like smash apart with something big and heavy like a mace, which I don't think anybody has. Other than that, you're just using like sheer force to dislodge heavy rocks, right? So it would take you a little bit of time. It would give anybody who's not working on it time to do a short rest if they wanted to. But if you guys want to do that, it literally is just a certain amount of time. And if you guys end up not wanting to do that, you don't have to. But we're gonna flash back over to.
Well, before we do that, how many hit points or how bad are you, both?
I am down 13.
13. As he puts his bloody palm out, and I grab it, and I go, "You need to be more careful, my friend." I'll use lay on hands and give him 10 HP back.
And I'd like to use my roll eyes dice.
I'm gonna. Can I do something?
Yeah, we're gonna flash back to you and Tail now. As there's
I'm gonna
no
use my
rolls or
mage
anything
hand
over there.
and I'm gonna grab the red gem over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell, "I figured it out, guys!" I'm gonna grab
Stop
that one.
grabbing
Right.
gems.
One in the corner.
Damn
The
it.
red one in the
This
corner.
man's a jewel
Um,
grabber. It's part of his persona.
You grab the one in the corner. It fires a beam. Well, as you touch it, it fires a beam straight across, and then there is, as it hits the diamond across from it, there is. Oh, I don't have. Interesting. Weird. All right. There's no electric. We'll use magic for it. Lightning kind of crackles out.
Wow.
5 foot area. So it affects
So pretty.
these areas here.
It didn't hurt me though. See?
Yeah, it didn't get to you. Didn't touch you.
Mr. Rowan,
Yeah. What's up, Jeff?
it can you just take a step back, and then you use your mage hand over there, and then I'll use mine on this one over here, and we do them at the same time and see if something happens.
I like that idea. Do we do that? Are we in a position to do that?
I think so. I mean, you got 30-foot range. You can command the hand.
Is Mage
Yeah.
Hand a concentration?
Maybe.
So I'm wondering if I use Reckless Attack on these rocks, if me yelling and screaming might break their concentration.
God damn it!
No.
It is not as a conjure. It's a conjuration. So
Okay, we're
no,
good.
you cannot goof up my mage hand, and it's a cantrip too. So we could just do this all night and figure out how this thing
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, it's a cantrip that lasts for a minute, but he can cast it infinitely. But it's not a concentration spell.
All right, which one do you want to grab, little buddy?
So you're each gonna touch the red ones,
Can we grab the blue ones first?
the blue ones.
I like
Okay,
blue.
you're each
Like
gonna
the
grab
cat.
the blue ones.
Yep.
All right, and you're just touching it with your mage hand. You're not like
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
pull on them or anything like that.
At the same
Oh my
time. Yeah.
goodness.
At the exact
Alright,
same
cool.
time.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to do the cool like effects simultaneously because I only have one mouse.
What kind of
Um,
bullshit production is this?
I don't send your complaints to the manager, Karen.
No,
We have a code K in aisle 4.
right.
I'm gonna have to cut the back of my
Type
hair
out a-
short now.
Type a freaking say, dear Mr. Roll20, why can't my DM be better? So as you guys, as your mage hands come in contact with these gems, they each shoot a beam straight across. They each hit the emeralds, and the emeralds just give off a puff of poison.
I have a
We're
thought.
really doing stuff tonight.
I think we need to move them or make the beams hit each other. Does that make sense?
You definitely get the sense, like, interacting with the mage hand, like, you could rotate them, you can pull on them a little bit, like,
And
they're
Viscid.
not... Yeah.
Guys, there's something in this room. I'm just letting you guys know. There's something going on here.
Investigate it. See if you can find the
Can
answer.
I do an investigation check on this room?
Yeah.
Or would it be perception or?
Yeah, make either or, whichever one you want.
Okay.
Uh, 14 perception. It's not terrible. You see, you didn't notice this before because fucking giant glowing gems, right? You actually see some bone shards kind of littering this room as if something had maybe died here and maybe like exploded, perhaps. You're not quite sure. It's either something that exploded or in time has like been trod on by other things and the bones have just been crushed underfoot. But they're not like a skeleton. It's not like a full skeleton. You just see like bone shards, like pieces of bones. Resurrect. Use some of your minions and resurrect the bones to attack Genie. I
God
like
damn it.
I like that. Those are not things that points work for, unfortunately.
Little man, have you read about anything like this in your book? In any of your books? Any kind of like gym, like this weird configuration of rooms? I've never seen anything like this before. I think there's something to it, but it's very strange.
So I don't know what Tail would know here, so we'll probably have to do a insight or something check for it. However, I'm betting in reference to like traps and hidden chambers, he will have done some research. Because traditionally, mages like to booby trap their stuff.
Have you considered using a mirror? Just thought.
Well, I was actually going to see, can we grab the red one in the corner with a mage hand and turn it to where the red one hits the red one in the other corner, to where they're both like pointing at each other?
Yeah. You can try that.
I'm gonna stand over here when we do that.
Okay.
That's probably a bad idea because as I rotate it, you'll be in the path of the beam.
Yeah,
could-
but I'm gonna get hit by it here.
You rotate it the other way.
Yeah, rotate it the other way.
I mean, like, you could grab this one and just rotate it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when this one over here, or let me draw a picture. Laser goes here. Laser comes here.
I mean, that's something you're gonna have to find out on your own.
Because this one hasn't been rotated yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm gonna stand me here then.
Well,
Okay.
you're working in tandem, right? Like, you could rotate them together.
I mean, that's still gonna rotate that way. God dang it! Here, fine. Let's do it here.
So
I'm
one
gonna get
arc's
hit by
way,
this.
one
Yeah,
arc's
I'm
that
gonna
way.
get hit by this thing.
You'll be fine.
All right,
We'll be fine.
we do that. We fire them at each other from the corners. We're crossing the lasers.
As so you each rotate the lasers to come across, and as they, as you go one, that like electricity fires off in a burst. When it hits the blue one, as it's channeling it across, the blue one doesn't actually activate a beam. It activates a burst of cold energy. Then the green one hits a burst, and then once these things are aligned together, they actually lock into place. And now there's a beam of fiery energy just bisecting the room.
Hi guys, we're figuring it out.
Same thing happens. Same things happens, across here. Burst of electricity, burst of cold, burst of poison. As it locks into place.
Can we do
As
all of
that
them? Can we
happens,
just to expedite this whole process?
as that happens, before we can expedite any process, I'm gonna need y'all to roll for initiative.
Oh shit! Just them or us? Everybody.
Just them for now.
Oh no!
As giant rats emerge from out of the walls behind Pages and basically on top of Genie as well.
Where's my why can't that? There it is.
Is this after everything has been activated, or is this as the red one connects?
I think this is
like
chat intervention.
As the beams are actually moving, as they're like concentrating on this, these rats emerge from in the walls, and they just it just happens simultaneously. It's not because they're fucking with the thing. It was indeed the chat coming out and summoning minions to attack.
The ROUSs.
Help me! I start screaming.
That's a giant bat. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. I can't read. It's a giant rat. That's what I
One letter makes a big fucking difference.
It does, doesn't it? There we go. So a rat there. Rat here. One rat pops out there. And another rat is gonna pop up right there. And then I just have to roll initiative with rats. Initiative. Not roll.
Oh, great. Great.
Let's put on some battle music.
Here's the real question. Do I have more health than a giant rat?
Who knows? But that will be... There we go. Rowan, you're up! You guys are concentrating on this thing. A giant rat pops out and lands on you from the wall. Another one pops up from the ground right in front of the doorway there. And two more appear in the hallway, cutting off your escape.
I go first, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you go first.
I am going to try to kick this rat into the beam.
Ooh, nice.
Creative use of foot.
Yeah, give me an unarmed strike. So I think for you it's strength because you're not a monk. That would just be unless you're tavern brawler, it would be the no proficiency strength check here.
Wow. Okay.
Not bad.
Ooh, a critical.
Oh, I did a saving. I
strike.
did a saving throw. Yeah, is that right?
Well, you're not proficient in strength saves anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We'll
Okay.
take that as you critically hit. You throw that rat. He flies off, lands in the beam. The beam's gonna do some damage to the rat. It fries the rat.
Yeah.
That's one dead hombre.
Suck it, Flave Creations.
Don't antagonize people with points.
No, do antagonize people. Wait. So that'll be unless you want to like move. That'll be.
I mean, I can cast a bonus action, right?
Well, you took your. Yeah. You can cast a bonus action spell. Yeah.
What bonus actions do I have? I think I have expeditious. Yeah, I cast expeditious retreat on myself.
Awesome. That'll take us to the rat's turns. The rat who's next to Genie Brew. Or should I say Rowan Gene? Sorry to break immersion. He's gonna
My
bite.
immersion.
He's gonna try and bite at your knees because just that's where he can bite on a human creature. He's gonna hit you with a
Oh,
23.
hit me.
That is, they only got a +4 to attack, so literally one off from a crit. He's gonna do 3 piercing with his teeth. The big rat, in the back is actually gonna burrow again. He's gonna pop up in Tails Square, and attack Tail. He's gonna try and bite your face off because you're small and you can reach your face. I believe a 15 hits you, Tail, correct?
It does.
You'll take 5 piercing, and the other one is gonna square off with Pages for an 11. Does that hit the cat?
Goddamn better not.
I have no idea what.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, my cat has an iron heart. My cat has an armor class 12. I have armor class 11. A fucking house cat is more durable than I am.
Nice. You know,
Okay.
in 3.5, a level 1 wizard could be murdered by a house cat, so it makes sense. But that means the bite misses the cat, and I believe it is Tail's turn. There's a rat occupying your square, and a rat trying to murder your cat, and another rat trying to bite Genie in the knees, while succeeding to bite Genie in the knees.
I'm going to panic cast. And I am going to cast Sleep.
Okay.
Centered on me. I'm trying to hit the rats, but I am panic casting. There is a rat eating my face.
Yep. All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Is there like a save that I have to do for that?
There is no save.
No save. 29 points. Just for fun. I'm gonna say the rest of the group, you hear some commotion down the hallway. If anyone's interested in rolling for initiative, now would be the time to roll for initiative. You panic cast in your square. It's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit the rat. It's gonna hit Genie. It's gonna hit that other rat.
It's gonna hit all the rats right there. Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, everybody but Pages and the rat in the back. So we'll start with the rat. How much?
I think it would still hit them. It's a 20-foot sphere.
Oh, it's a 20-foot sphere? I thought it was a cone.
Yeah.
My B. All right, we'll start with the rat on you first. And then you. What's your HP?
27.
27.
It subtracts from the creature with the lowest health first.
Oh, right. Lowest health first. How much HP does the cat have?
2.
And
Pages is out cold.
Pages is sleeping. Rowan doesn't matter. The 3 rats fall asleep. Sleepy boy. Put a sleepy boy. Put a sleepy boy. Also put a sleepy.
Am I a sleepy boy?
No, you and Tail are fine. There's not enough magic left in the potency of the spell to put you to sleep. You might yawn a little bit, but you don't fall asleep. Was the most melodic fucking
So it's gotta be.
yawn. All right. Unless you want to move, Tail, we'll move on.
I'm not gonna move, but I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs, Miss Reshi, help.
Reshi,
I rolled for initiative.
Yeah, you can kind of hear echoing in the hallways. Help, help, help. That's gonna bring us back to Rowan. The rats are asleep.
They're asleep, so that means I would stab with advantage, right? If I was to say, take out my dagger of frost.
Yes. Yeah, you would get
and
advantage.
stab
to
the
stab.
mess out of that rat.
Yeah, which one are you gonna stab?
The one that is on. The one that is on top of Tail.
All right, you're gonna stab.
This would
one
be
on-
interesting if you get a
yeah.
critical fail.
Please don't stab the lizard wizard.
Wizard.
Although I'll be honest, I'm more of a bookworm.
Ooh, so many.
The
bumps.
book lizard.
Too afraid to go whole hog on
God damn it.
stabbing the lizard wizard. A 10 is not quite enough to stab that rat. You don't want to hit your little buddy, and you miss the sleeping rat.
Oh wow.
I'm not so bad at fighting.
Rats are asleep. Reshi, it's your turn.
Look at it this way. Vilmar didn't see that.
He ended up rubbing its head and helping it sleep better.
So it's okay,
We're
buddy.
over here with you, Reshi.
I can't
Oh,
move down that
Lord.
hallway that fast though. It's only 40
So
You can dash
minutes.
and go move 80 feet, and you can
How do
also
I dash?
step just you say I would like to dash. You also can
I would like to
use
dash.
Step of the Wind with your key points and get a double movement as well.
So 80 or 160.
Well, if you can do both. If you can, so Step of the Wind allows you to dash as a bonus action, and then you can use your action as well to dash again and do 120 feet of movement total. Because your base movement's 40, dashing gives you an extra 40. So you can move right there with Step of the Wind, and you could dash again with your action. That's not going to leave you with any actions to do anything.
But if the rats are asleep, then it doesn't matter until someone hits them, right?
They're for about a minute, yeah.
Then y'all
Right.
can move the fuck out.
Well, Reshi, they don't know.
Reshi, you don't know that. All you've
Yeah.
heard is that you just heard some commotion and tail screaming for help. That's all you know.
Okay.
Did
I'm gonna go
Jobus
to the 80 and then see the rat sleeping, and then that'd be that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty well versed in combat. If I can see a creature sleeping, then I'm gonna assume they know they can get out.
Fair enough. So yeah, you can move yourself to the end of this hallway here. That's gonna
Gotcha.
take us up to Vilmar.
I'm just gonna dash. That's all I can do.
Did his lay on hands go off while we were doing the rock scene?
Yeah.
It happens
Okay.
instantaneously.
He did that as you were shaking hands.
That's it. That's all I can do. 6
Nice.
feet. That's all I can run.
Vilmar,
Mhm.
Vilmar, it looks like the rats have been put to
Kavothe?
sleep. So let's just stand where we are. That's me communicating with Vilmar.
All right, my lady.
Remember,
Okay.
Chad, you can actually, while using the measuring tool, you can hit right click to make a
Okay,
note.
well, I believe it put me right here, right where Reshi is, because we have the same movement for a dash.
Okay, you cannot actually occupy the same space, so you'd have to end one
Okay.
square behind her. There, yeah. All right, Reshi informs you guys as you're running up that it looks like there's a giant rat up ahead, and it's asleep. Take your next turns with that information in mind. Tail, it is your turn again.
Tail is still terrified. And I do. I am going to pull out my dagger and attempt to stab the unconscious rat.
Why would you fucking wait?
Nice.
Just right.
It is on top of me. It's the best he can do.
So yeah, roll.
Snuggle with it.
Roll an
I'm gonna
attack against the rat.
I'm gonna laugh at Tails hits the rat and Rowan didn't.
Change its color. You have that quill. It'll wake up pissed off.
Huh.
Sorry, that was with advantage.
Yep. Well, I mean, yeah, it's asleep. So 17 definitely hits the rat. You can roll for Damaggio. 2 damage on the rat. Doesn't kill
Wow.
it, but it does wake it up.
Do they all wake up after that, or just the one
Nope,
that he hit?
Just the one he attacked.
Okay.
You stab the rat in the like right under the chin, and it like wakes up and it sees you, and its teeth are like right by your face. Would you like to move?
Yeah. I can't bonus action disengage, right?
Nope. Not that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a move that can bonus action disengage?
I do not know.
So
This
then-
is bad.
no,
This
so
is
then you
this is
can't.
not how I planned this to go at all.
You can like walk over the
I am
sleeping
going
creatures, though,
to-
so that's one. Oh, at least you
I
have
am
it.
going to. That's an action. Yeah, that's an action, right? No, it's not. Yeah, yeah.
What are you?
Never mind.
What are you talking about? I don't know if it's an action.
Never mind. Continue with your day. I was going to grovel, cower, and beg. Is the appropriate response to giant rats eating your wizard.
Oh, unfortunately, that is an action, and that brings us to Rowan.
Also, I feel bad because I didn't know there was one on top of you.
I pull out a grenade. No.
Do it. You won't.
No, I won't. Not here.
Rack up your kid killing count.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get
you
to
know,
drawing
for a
because tail
kobold,
is done.
You're an adult.
I am going to realize the error of my ways by actually trying to physically impact this battle, and I am going to just use I wish I knew how much damage these guys take, but I'm gonna use dissonant whispers on the rat that's awake, since I don't want to actually hurt Tails here.
Fair enough.
At level 1.
Nice. Level 1 dissonant whispers.
A
Wisdom
DC
save.
15 change. Jesus. For 15 psychic.
They critically fail. So Tail, you're like, you got this rat on you, and it like bit your face, and then you stabbed it, and it woke up, and it was like about to bite you again, as you hear like this cacophony like of whisper, unless that happens only in the rat's head. I don't know, but either way, you see the rat kind of shudder a little bit, and then like it like squeaks.
Bye, little rat. You're stinking, smelly, and now you're probably dead. Bye, little rat. That's the whisper. You hear it.
It's a great song. I was really.
He does the whisper. The rat's opening is its mouth to try and bite you again, and it shudders. You see its eye twitch. Some blood trickles out of its nose. Some blood trickles out of its ears. You see its eyes go bloodshot and kind of lull into the back of its head as this thing expires on top of you.
Okay,
So
two
what
questions.
happened to all of us after he sang that song?
First question.
Mm-hmm.
Did he do double the rat's health? Or more? I don't need to know the exact number because that affects the next question.
I mean, I don't know if I should even tell you that bit of information.
Okay, don't tell it to me. The reason I want it to be a lot more than the health that the rat had is I would like the rat's head to explode like a water balloon because it's psychic damage, so that when Reshi sees me next, she just sees a little kid with a knife covered in blood.
Why would you do that to a mom?
Yes. No. Yeah. Like. Okay.
No, just like
I
straight
agree.
panicked about
I
to
agree
cry.
with this.
Look what I did, Ma.
I agree with
No.
this. You get rat brains like in your mouth and like in your scales, like hair,
You just shot Marvin in the
in
face.
your frills. There's like a rat tail that like wrapped around one of your horns. Yeah, you're covered in gross.
Because I want the next time Reshi sees my character to be one of those, not necessarily the look what I did, like, oh my god, traumatized, help me.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Let's
When you find out
yeah.
Santa isn't real as a little kid, that kind of expression.
That's gonna be the giant rat's turn. The only one that was awake is not alive anymore, so that brings us up to Reshi.
All right. Oh, you guys can run out of there before. No, wait. Yeah, you can. You can run out. Are they gonna wake up before I get down there, or can you not tell me that?
You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time.
Okay.
The rats.
Okay.
I mean, it's your turn. You literally, the rats are still asleep. You can walk more than the 15 feet between you and the rat, so it ain't
All right, I'm
waking up
gonna-
before you get there.
I'm gonna go in and scoop up Tail and his cat, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna move back out. So, do I have to roll anything for that, or can I just use my movement?
I mean, you don't have to roll anything to pick up the cat. I don't know if Tail will let you pick him up. That's up to Tail.
All right, I'm gonna move in there and pick up the cat, and then I'm gonna be like, Tail, you
are,
wanna?
yeah, they're not like they're not big enough to be like difficult terrain or anything. So that would be 15, 20, 25. 25
enough to get
feet
there
of
and
movement
back.
to pick up the cat and Tail, and then 30, 35 total feet to get back to the square you're standing in right now.
Okay. Tail, do you wanna? Are you alright, buddy? You wanna get on my? Get my shoulders here?
I
It looks like
want to
you've had a
walk
bad day.
out, but I want to walk out like little kid holding mom's hand in the mall, like really not happy, just not having a great time being escorted away.
Can I
Nice.
escort Rowan away too, or is he?
I'm fine.
Good, okay.
I'm
No,
fine. I'm gonna
Rowan's-
kill the
Run
rest
my
of these
little
damn
cobalt.
rats.
I can't stop laughing.
Yeah, Rowan's good.
We
He's
still gotta
also-
figure out what's up with this room.
He's also
You
a
still
little
want
bit
to do that?
big for you to like carry him and Tail. Now, if you
Yeah, I
pick up
figured.
Tail, you can only move back to that far. Because
Okay.
you actually have to
But-
you have to move from here over to this square, pick him up, and then move back. Right?
So then I'll do
40
this.
feet gets
Let's
you to there.
go back a little bit. Let me redact. I'm gonna see Rowan when I get down there. I'm gonna say, Rowan, what do you want to do? What do you want me to do?
Kill the rats. I want to
Kill the
find out
rats.
what's up with
Okay.
this room. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we
go
got-
ahead and I'm gonna attack
This
the
is
sleeping
also
rat.
you
Start
didn't.
smashing rats.
I'll say this, Reggie. You did not come down this hallway this far before. You didn't see anything into this room. Now, when you're like looking, there's like a beam of fire, like just
Okay.
like a laser beam
It's like
crisscrossing
shocking
this
as
room.
fuck.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like they're obviously doing something interesting over here, and you were playing with rocks and dirt.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I'll smash this rat in
All
front of
right,
me.
yeah, you'll get a advantage on your attacks. Remember, you have extra attack, so you can attack
I
twice.
hope you-
And then you
I
also
hope you
have like your
overkill.
flurry and all that kind of stuff. If you
I hope it's
do
an
it.
easy, just 2-punch. Honestly,
Does
let's
does
go
she
to
still
2-punch,
have?
and then
Does she
if I
still
have
have
to, I can.
the enhanced ability?
She should still have enhanced ability. Yeah, the dexterity.
That's on my dexterity.
But those are saves and not. It's not on attacks. It's like skills. and,
Okay,
like,
okay,
saves.
okay. Just making sure. I wasn't quite sure how that.
At least I think.
'Cause I know her
that's-
main stat is
Let me double check, but I think that's how that works.
If that doesn't kill the rat, then I will flurry.
The first one kills the rat.
Does that like double kill the rat? Because if I get
Double kill.
doubly covered in gore, it goes from little kid who
target
is
has
bad.
advantage. Target
It's a
has
little kid
advantage
who's
on
mad.
dexterity checks.
Yeah. So, check is different than an attack, even though she uses
Okay, all
dexterity
right, cool.
for it.
All right.
I mean, if Reshi, if you want to hit that rat twice,
No, I
can.
didn't know if it would kill in the first one.
but yeah, it does on the first one. You literally just
Okay.
like pick it up, break its neck.
I figured
toss
it'd be
it
an
to the
easy
side.
punch.
Yeah, these things they're not super powerful.
Okay, so rat in front of me is dead. I've got.
There's
tail
one
that's
rat
in front
left.
of me.
It's
Yeah,
sleeping in front of Jean.
I didn't use my full movement. I could probably.
Remember when I popped that rat like it was a shipping package thingy?
Yeah, I do.
So my full movement would be to where Jeannie is to hit the next rat. I probably can't do that.
Yeah, you can't end in his square, but what you could do is run up there, use your other attack to hit that rat, and then you could use your key to dash and like step into the room or move back. Like, you don't have to use your key to flurry of blows, right? You can use it to like do step of the wind and get
Right,
more
right.
movement. The thing about occupying another person's square is like if they're an ally, you just can't end your turn.
Can't
here.
stay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to end your turn back in this corner, in this square. If you kill the rat, you could stand here. Could like move back, you know.
I'm not staying in that fucking room. That's a guaranteed fact.
Well, you know, saying the options.
Okay,
I'm
so
just giving you
I'll
your
move up.
options.
I'll move up. I know. I appreciate that. I'm gonna move up to where Jeannie is. I'm gonna try and kill that rat. If I can't, I'm gonna step back.
Yeah, the 16 for 7 kills that other rat. You just have to use
Okay.
your flurry, or you have to use your step of the wind to
My key to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
be able to get there and leave his area.
Okay, that's
Mechanically
what I'm
is how
gonna
that
do.
has to happen.
I'll use a key to finish that out.
You know, I don't know. How do you get your keys back before you do this?
Resting.
Long rest
Yeah,
or short
rest.
I think it's a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
you just have to either you move into here or here.
I'm
or
just
back to-
saying this. Just maybe around table talk. I don't know. It's just you're burning through keys that these are just rats.
Right,
not
that was
trying-
my first key. Yeah, I
She-
understand.
Yeah, the
understand your
first
point.
turn she just dashed as an action. Then she used 1 of 5 key to run
I
up there.
don't
and-
usually use them. Yeah, so it's not.
Well,
a big
it's
deal
like
for me.
with a limited resource, unless we all have to like go to a room and rest and stuff like that. So we got to be because we don't know what else is down here.
Right, right.
So
I agree.
But
appreciate that.
using the key to be able to be fast enough to run up the hallway and murder the other rat, that is gonna be combat. Nice little combat. We'll turn off that. We'll put this music back on. We'll head back over to the blue scene. And yeah, so you guys you defeat the rats.
Stupid flame creation rats.
And I don't know if Jovis and Quothe and Reshi, if you guys are wanting to stick around here, if you go back to the you can,
I'm going back to
no?
the rubble.
you go back.
I'll
to
wait
the
here,
rubble.
just in
Alright,
case
Reshi's
something
gonna
else
hang out
happens.
here.
They want to see something. Look, Reshi
Chad,
knows
what
something
you
cool's
doing?
about to happen, so she's hanging out with us.
Chad's going back there. All right. So
Me and Little Man have figured out some kind of craziness, so we're gonna see what the hell's over here.
Well, now I feel like I have to protect you guys.
Oh my god, I had that under control. Did you see the?
Did you?
The... I may have almost accidentally stabbed Tail. All right, but I did kick. I kicked a rat into that laser beam, and that was pretty badass.
No, it's great. I'm not complaining. I'm
Vilmar
just
was not
saying.
here to see it, of course, because anytime I've tried to look cool in front of Vilmar, I've
It
embarrassed
doesn't work
myself.
out.
That's why he's just going back to the. He's like, oh, this is just nothing. No, I'll just go back over here.
That's why he went to back thing. He's like, oh, this is Rowan doing that thing that he keeps trying to do.
But speaking of laser beams, that laser beam is still locked in place there, and you have these other.
Can we do the rest
crystals.
of them now? Can we
Uh,
cautiously do the
yeah.
rest of them?
Yeah, is there a particular order you want to do
if
them in?
Tail is, Tail, do you
Tail-
have any idea?
Tail is in the corner, just like wiping gore off and prestidigitating in a way. Just
Oh, yeah.
very. This is disgusting. I hate this. Everything about this. I should have gone to the fucking library.
Tail spends some time annoyedly cleaning himself up. That takes a couple of minutes, but not too long. But once you turn your attention back to the puzzle at hand, are you gonna do this in any particular order, or just picking them at random? How you gonna activate these things?
Let's do the green ones next, huh?
The poison one.
Yeah.
Green ones next. So Tail and Rowan, you use your mage hands again to align the green ones. They obviously first shoot across a little puff of cold in the blue, but once those once those beams connect, they lock into place as well. Any you want to do the blue one next or the white one next?
I think let's save the white ones for last. Let's do the blue ones.
White ones for last. All right. In that case, you connect the blue ones. When they shoot across, nothing happens because there's already energy occupying the two crystals there, the two green ones. The blue connects, links up, and finally the white crystal connects with its lightning arc. And as this happens, the energy in the sort of like those spoke of the center, like these are like spokes on a wheel, sort of like the axle, right? Like in the middle, the sort of the nexus of these things. A small bead of white light forms and then expands into the whole room, kind of real quick. It's like you sort of see the bead and then it expands and covers the whole room with the speed of like a freaking like camera flash. And to use a phrase from the Grouch Couch, a member of the Hero Proof stream team. This flash releases a compartment in the ceiling, and fucking coins rain from above.
Yes! It was all worth it, boys.
Treasure rains
Girls.
from the ceiling. I would like literally everybody here, all 5 of you can roll 1d100. A die
Those
100.
assholes down there don't get shit.
I mean, you can do whatever you want with the party. We're coming up with how much coinage comes out of the ceiling real quick. But along with
I rolled a 7.
I mean, hey,
That's what you
sometimes
get.
Yeah, bro. I
that's
rolled
what
a 14.
happens.
Like it was like
What
shit,
the
yeah.
It's cool. I rolled a 98. It evens
What
out,
the
buddy.
It evens out, baby. It's not like you
Listen.
specifically get that particular. Right, let me grab my.
Well, no, we're talking averages here.
'Cause I'm bad at math. 14, 7,
Rush has got to roll too.
50.
I
90.
did.
Do I,
it was
I,
a 14.
get nothing out of this.
Um,
Watch her get
I see 5.
over.
You did get to punt a rat into a laser beam. Not a lot of
I
people
did-
gonna do that.
No, y'all missed it. I did roll a 14. It was underneath my other rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
Oh,
is. Yeah. Bullshit.
All right, you guys. 504 gold coins. Rain
Nice.
from the ceiling. A little leather bag falls from the ceiling. A
Dibs.
couple. Like 3 rolled up pieces of paper fall
Dibs.
from the ceiling.
Double dibs.
And a short wooden stick about the size of a human from your wrist to your elbow.
Dibs. No. That sounds like a Rushy thing.
Look, I don't want to say anything. I just saying I killed some rats. So.
You did kill some rats.
Did you just find like a? Are you saying like a tonfa?
No, it's a magic wand.
Ah,
It is a magic wand. Oh shit.
Y'all can
I'm
have the magic
intrigued.
stuff. I have no interest in magic stuff.
No,
I want it. I'm respecing.
You guys left. You get no dibs on
He's
this.
down the hallway.
Alright.
he's like.
All right, can I get a perception?
That's my wand now.
Did they hear this stuff fall out of the ceiling?
It would have taken you a few seconds. Well, it took you a couple of minutes to clean yourself off. They would have been down. Well, they may have heard like some coins and stuff falling. Yeah, I don't know. If Jobus and Quothe are interested in trying to hear that stuff, you guys can make perception checks. Because you're pretty far away. But I mean, Reshi obviously knows.
Yeah,
Okay.
but no, I'm just
I've
trying
been
to
failing
see.
at
If,
rolls
like,
all night, so we got to pull the roll gods out here.
if they didn't hear shit, then the 3 of us decide who gets what.
They're dear shit.
I agree.
Fuck!
Damn it, they know everything.
They probably heard the coins.
Imagine all those like really terrible perception checks he was rolling as he was being mauled down this hallway, and then when it comes to money, it comes like money time.
A single
Suddenly he
fucking
can
penny
hear-
dropping on the ground.
He heard a
Yeah.
he heard a single coin. He's like, "Is that
K
Back
Money's
up, okay.
danger sense went off.
Yeah, who called him K Money, by the way?
guys? I heard money down there."
Came money. Yeah, Quothe, you hear little shards of metal clitter clattering and on the stone coming down from the hallway. But yeah, you guys found 3 scrolls, a magic wand, a little leather bag.
Can I check the bag? Can I
sure.
do a little investigation check, or
Sure.
what would I use for the perception, or
You
what
can
would I
just,
take? Oh,
just want to open the bag, Bag.
I mean, whatever. Let me open the bag.
Just open the bag. Just don't stick
I'm
your
used to-
hand in it.
If you just want to look at the bag and try to determine what it is just by looking at this fucking cloth bag, like you can make like a
I open it as Rowan does. I just open it and reach my hand in.
All right. Roll 3d4 for me. You pull out 6 dry beans.
Fuck.
Oh, they're the bag of beans.
It is indeed a bag of
Debated
beans.
by abstracto.
It's the bag of beans. It is, isn't it?
I mean, it's a bag with beans in it.
What does a magic bag of beans do?
Takes you up
I
to.
don't know, haven't you heard
Jack's-
fucking story of Jack?
Jack's-
Somebody
Beans
needs to
like
watch
that,
the
yeah.
movies.
Somebody
get this man a Disney Plus
heavy
Oh my
subscription.
god.
inside
All that
this
beautiful bean footage.
I watched
can-
Mandalorian and then forgot I had it.
I can tell you outright, don't drop them. I don't know what they do, but dropping them's probably bad.
All right,
Nah.
all right, so I'm gonna close the bag up very tightly and then stick it in my bag of holding. If that's okay. If that's all right with you guys, can I have the bag
No,
of
you can
beans?
absolutely have the bag of beans. I feel a little bit better about you having them than Chad, so let's do that.
What's the deal with the wand and the scrolls, sir?
Do we know what those scrolls
Y'all
are?
are magical. Have the
Yeah.
one.
I'm calling it now.
That's the bag of beans.
Genie's going to pull the stem out with his teeth and throw it at a small child.
Wait, are y'all reading what the beans do if you drop them?
Oh yeah, they do a lot of different stuff.
Holy crap!
They
This
do
is
a lot of
cool.
stuff.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah,
I'm
this
cool
is
with you having
you have to
beans,
roll a
that's fine with me.
D100. There's a lot of different stuff.
Wait, we're not
this
supposed
is
to know what
fun.
they do.
It's
Think
not.
our DM just.
I mean, I
gives
could just
info?
look it up. I could look up what the damn bag of
Yeah.
beans does.
Usually when you like get a magic item, you learn what it does, right? I mean, I didn't read it, so maybe it's supposed. Maybe it specifically says DM, don't tell your players. But
Guys,
hey,
do you see how many words are on this thing? Let's be real here. I have no clue. When this happens,
when I saw the number of words, I was like, I'm just gonna let them read it. I'm not bothering with it during a game.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh.
it gets nutty. 91 to 99. A
How do we wanna
pyramid with
divvy
a
up this,
60-foot square base burst upward. Inside is a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord. It's like,
like
what?
How do we want to divvy up this? Well, first of all, what's in these scrolls? Do we know?
The scrolls and
Can you read a scroll without casting a scroll?
oh yeah.
I think everybody should get a bean.
There's they're not like super amazing or anything. There's a scroll of catapult.
Okay, money. I'll give you one bean.
Yeah.
Don't give him a bean. Damn it.
He's got one bean.
I hope he forgets and just eats it.
Oh,
So
There's
it's got 6 beans, all right?
it does have 6 beans. You rolled a 6.
So
that's how many
I'm
beans
putting
there are.
5 beans remaining, and
What are you doing with the first bean?
I'm just giving it to him.
Oh, okay.
Just letting him have it. He said he was excited about the beans, and I was like, I'll just give you a bean.
You know, you'll thank me later when you need a suppository to heal
Here
you.
you go.
There's a pyramid erupts from his ass.
Yeah, for real.
God. All right. Well, hey. So the scrolls, one of them is a scroll of catapult. One of them is a scroll of hold person, and one of them is a scroll of moonbeam.
Moonbeam, I can do
Moonbeam.
that.
Oh, baby.
I want the moonbeam unless anybody else really wants it. You guys fought before me, so I'm not gonna take dibbies, but I like moonbeam.
I thought it. I
personally.
mean, you guys liked
I
it
think
before.
I think
And-
give Reshi the moonbeam. She enjoyed
She
it.
liked it. Yeah, she was kicking ass
I
with
do
it.
like
Yeah.
moonbeam.
You guys liked it before. Plus, you're literally like in a castle that housed a temple to one of the 3 moon goddesses. So I figured it was appropriate.
Give it to Reshi.
Thank you guys. I would love that. I'll hold on to it and use it when we need it.
The wand is also kind of like a low level item. It is a wand of grease that has 2 charges in it that
That
recharge.
screams genie. It
Yeah.
screams genie. No, like if you know what the grease spell does, it screams genie.
It's summons
I do like
grease.
to slather up, if you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, it summons the grease. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a 10-foot patch of grease that it summons.
Indeed.
Sure, I'll take that, I guess.
What was
Unless
so it was
somebody else
catapult
wants
and
to-
what was the other one?
K-Money, do you want the wand of grease?
No, I
Jesus
figure
Christ.
at some point I'll be stuck in it one way or another. So
Just let me hold on to it.
I'll let you use
I-
the action that ends up having me slathered in grease.
I believe I said hold person.
Hold person.
You did.
Hold person in Moonbeam. That's what
I'm
you
not
get
married to
for
Moonbeam if someone else wants it, though.
making up stuff on the fly.
Genie, you might want hold person.
Do I have that as I know that's a spell available to me.
I would like catapult if no one has any objections.
Wait, I thought it was only 2 scrolls.
There's 3.
No, there's 3. There's Moonbeam,
Oh.
catapult, and hold person. So we could
3
each just grab one of the
scrolls
scrolls
of
and no one has to know
Vilmar,
about
do
it.
you want hold person?
No, that's okay.
I know Vilmar's just kind of been quietly over there, and if you want something.
You
No.
gotta speak up.
Nope.
All right, I'll take hold person.
I'll take a catapult scroll. Oh, excuse me.
Since I ended up taking a whole bunch of the other shit, you guys divvy up the coin. I'll take what's left.
2 charges for there, I just put it in chat. But you guys can look
Well,
at
we
it.
could just split it to 100 gold apiece. There's
Yeah.
5 of us, so. And then there's 4 extra gold points.
Give that to Tail.
I agree.
Give it to Tail.
His allowance.
I will
Yeah,
never
it's-
say
yeah.
no.
His
Well, I mean,
allowance.
he honestly, like money's the most important to him, honestly.
Books are, and I'm trying to start
Yeah.
a library, and libraries are
There you go.
expensive.
Exactly.
They are indeed expensive. Alrighty, so as you guys collect the treasure, I think picking up all those coins, looking at all that treasure, by the time you get done with that, we will zoom in over here on our friends doing some manual labor. You clear out enough space to squeeze past these rocks if you should choose to do so, but with your torchlight, you can see that there is a hallway behind that pile of rocks, and you can kind of see a room the end of the hallway there. That's
So
more
there's enough
accurate.
room for one of us to go across.
Yeah,
What
one
is it?
person at a time. You can kind of like climb up and over and squeeze your way through the rocks. is difficult terrain.
We never finished going down the murder hallway.
That's true. You did.
I'm good without going down that one.
Yeah, feel free.
Okay, I'm gonna cautiously get to this doorway.
Do you know who you just asked to go down the murder hallway? Fuck no!
Genie goes down the murder hallway. He does an investigation check on the room. Or can I do a perception check? Is there anything in this room? Everything's been triggered right here.
Hopefully.
What does the blood give that away?
Actually, since you're so brazenly walking down the hallway, assuming everything has been triggered, make a dexterity check.
That's what I was afraid of.
I survived one thing.
I'm good. I'm safe.
One 23 dexterity. You take half damage.
What the? I did 20. That's like.
Yeah, you succeed. You take half damage. You take 3 piercing damage. There's a pressure plate that resets. There's a spear in the wall.
Fuck. All right.
There's a spear in the wall. You get stabbed by a spear.
Now I have a question. I caught something from that bath. Is it in my bloodstream? And does that spear that just stabbed him, that stabbed me, pass that on to him?
Oh,
that's-
pathology in D&D.
That is a good point, Rowan.
Roll a D100.
Roll a Constitution save.
All right, Constitution save.
Luckily,
Son
it's
of a
literally
bitch.
only been like 2
I mean,
days.
good job.
All right, it's only been 2 days, so Quothe's not even showing symptoms yet. But hey,
I should be good. Can I
We'll
check this room?
find out 2 days after Quothe starts showing symptoms.
It's COVID. What?
Well, I mean, there's like an incubation period for diseases and stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. When I touched my bloody hand to Vilmar's hand,
I'm immune to disease.
he's a paladin. Rowan, you can roll perception or investigation depending on what you're like do. If you're just taking a glance around the room, perception. If you're actually gonna like look like behind pillars and nooks and crannies and stuff, you can roll investigation.
Vilmar, celibacy is not protection from disease.
My divine health is though.
Yeah, he's a magic virgin, so it's
It's a magic.
Are we good? Are we good on time? By the way, while I'm sitting here goofing around in this room.
I gotta wake
give
up
me
in
that.
6 hours.
Yeah, give me that.
Okay.
So with a perception check of 17, that's just another one of these ruined, like there's broken vases, there's broken pots, there's shattered stuff.
I don't
in
see anything
there.
of any value though.
Not really, no, not in there.
Okay.
Vilmar again, just shattered, broken bullshit in this
So
part
I'm
of the
safe
room.
all the way up to this point.
Yeah, you're safe up to that.
I'm gonna
Wait, no.
I'm gonna run and
Jeannie,
catch
you
up.
didn't go all the way down. There's that little.
You go to the next doorway.
Yeah, there's another doorway.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get stabbed by some shit. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna carefully come down here.
All right, make a perception check. And while you do that, I will reveal this area.
Another
The
room.
Vilmar. Yeah, this one's another ruined room. There's like a skeleton in the room that you just went through, there's like manacles like on the 2 columns. And this next room that you're standing like looking into, there's like the remnants of a skeleton that's been shackled between the 2 pillars. It was like arms out, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Is there any clothing or anything that his feet?
Yeah, just like rags like hanging off. It looked like he was like a prisoner that was kept in here.
Check them pockets. EFT.
I'll just walk over to the next door.
Walk over to the next door. And like poke your head out and see up and down this hallway here. You can see Rowan down there. Rowan with a 17 perception, take the higher
That's
one.
a huge fucking area.
With that 17 perception, Rowan, you see just in time while you're here. You see in the just the slightest depression, like strange depression of a stone ahead of you. There's a pressure plate in front of you.
Did I miss it?
And with a perception check, you see it.
Can I hop over it?
Yeah. You you hop over it. When you hop into that square, you see like a little hole with like a little bit of charred like soot and stuff around it. It's like right at face level for you. But then you see down the hallway, and there's Vilmar. He's like sticking his head out of a doorway. And I think, sort of as you guys reveal that there's like this long ass hallway here. Vilmar, you can see down this hallway, there's like a door over this way. You can sort of see the edges of a door going in that way. And as you guys kind of like link up around Murder Hallway, as you guys like to call it, I believe this is where we'll say, through critical hits and critical fails, these are the Osrynn Tales. Thanks for playing, everybody. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to Flav and Mr. Abstracto and everybody who's did channel point redemptions this week. Spooky Sprinkles, thank you for all of the biddy cheers. Everybody who followed, thank you for the follows. We're gonna find someone to raid, and yeah, I'm gonna roll some credits. Stick around through the credits so you guys can see all the cool maps and music that we use here and everything like that. And after the credits, we're gonna raid somebody. And yeah, thanks for hanging out this week. We'll be back next Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern every week to hopefully finish out exploring this basement. There's really, I mean, the map's pretty big, but there's actually not that many like actual areas that you guys have left to explore here. So yeah, it should be a pretty good session next week, hopefully. And maybe I'll have time to actually put some cool art on the map instead of having to draw little colored dots. Because I totally thought you were gonna try and fight that beholder. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
This hand now.
Heads and